Hello. He's been very excited to get started. How are we all? And let's get started. Evening all.
Right.
How are we all doing?
Good.
Excellent. Let's get started. How's everyone's day been? MCU Jean Grey is the best live-action version we've got in a long time. Absolutely could not disagree more. I hate Jean Grey in this film.
Wait, was that the first? Oh wow, that's the first thing that popped up, wasn't it? Or no?
I went in self-promotion, yeah. I can't stand Jean Grey in Brand New Day.
Oh god.
My god.
Hey bro, what can I say? She solos the verse, bro.
I'm not convinced. How are we all doing? Let's just wait a little bit, get A safe in. Music's probably way too loud, but it's fine. Had to help you brother fix a flat tire. It's all part of being a brother. It's all part of it.
AC3 there.
Yeah, he's just muted.
Okay.
Can he unmute? We can't hear him.
Very good.
Again.
Hello? You good, dude?
I am.
Sweet.
Good, good.
I think we're just about ready to. I think we're just about ready to get going. Right. Just got your membership. Hey, decent, dude. Right, I'm ready. I'm ready to get going. If you guys are.
All right.
Yep, I'm ready.
Right, so for the context for the people in the chat, just ignore this. I haven't actually watched any of it. I only skipped up one specific timestamp which someone added me in. Yeah, so Key Issues made a video. Fucking hell, Key Issues at 400,000 subscribers. I thought it was like 80,000.
Nah.
That's insane.
Wait, can you stream it? Can you,
Yeah,
stream
I'm getting it ready.
Uh,
So yeah, Key Issues basically made a video going over how powerful is MCU Spider-Man. And A-Safe and Phoenix have seen it already, and they tell me that it's quite controversial. And by controversial, they mean complete nonsense. So I can neither confirm nor deny that, because I have yet to watch it, but obviously, this is a brand new day video, so, you know, it's probably going to have spoilers, but, I mean, let's be honest, you've probably been spoiled already at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, if you're watching a stream talking about brand new day, you should expect spoilers, so.
Yeah.
And to be honest, you've probably been spoiled already, because this is social media after all. So, I just need to stream it, and we are all good to go. So let's get right into this. Audio?
Do you have the right headset plugged in, or?
Oh, there is audio.
4 years ago,
Okay.
I made a video arguing that the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man was already the strongest live-action Spider-Man. At the
Not even.
time, it was a controversial opinion.
Hang on. When did he say that?
It was in his original
Already
video
the
where
strongest-
he was scaling MCU
Keep it
Spider-Man
change,
before
you
this.
filthy animal.
I think you should do a short about analog horror Spider-Man by just Preston vs. I Jason Voorhees simply because
his
I
new
think
video
that we need
post brand new
also
day.
hello call me Mama Taros because I have arrived.
Pimp Demon, thank you for the, I think that's the equivalent of $10. Thank you so much, dude. Think you should do a short about analog horror Spider-Man? Maybe. I'm not a huge fan of creepypastas in general. I think they're kind of just lazy, but I appreciate the donation, dude. It really means a lot. So when did he make this? It looks...
4 years ago, I made a video arguing that the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man was already the strongest live-action Spider-Man.
Yeah, I disagree with that. I think, by the events of No Way Home especially, it's like, I think Tobey was easily the strongest. I think the issue with Tom is, he just has Tom is just too inconsistent. Like, basically, it's like, this is, I don't know. I think Tobey still probably is the strongest if you're using, like, base forms. And then obviously Tobey is still the strongest if you use, Black Suit Tobey. Because, Bully Maguire solos, so.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, let's see what happens.
At the time, it was a controversial opinion. For years, this version of Peter Parker has been dismissed as Iron Boy Jr., a kid relying on Tony Stark's technology instead of his own abilities.
Meanwhile, in Brand New Day, he still relies on the Fabricator, which was a Tony Stark invention. But, you know.
Yeah.
Accomplishment was met with an excuse. He had a better suit, he had more help, he just wasn't on the same level as the Spider-Man that came before him.
I mean, to be fair, you can argue that that's still the case, because he has, like, AI in his tech. It's like, he's kind of like Insomniac Spider-Man at the start of the PS4 game, where he has, like, a cloth suit, but he has tech in his mask. I don't know. I don't even. I'm gonna be completely honest, chat. I don't even consider Tom to be a good Spider-Man, because Brand New Day is literally just the definition of ticking boxes. Let's make him good like Tobey. Alright, organic webs. Let's make him like the Insomniac PS4 game that people liked. Tech in his mask and a cloth suit.
And also combat.
Like, he doesn't even feel like a natural evolution. He just feels like ticking boxes, the character.
And the thing is, though, right, to me, Tom doesn't feel like an actual Spider-Man. He doesn't feel like... I think it's because we don't see him get bitten by the spider. He doesn't exactly, for me,
I'm just taking this off a second.
like, represent Spider-Man.
I knew it was going to be too warm, and it was. Although, in
He doesn't
fairness, that
represent
kind of is on me
Spider-Man.
for wearing a dressing gown in summer. Right. This thing is comfy, though. I'm going to sit on this. But it's like, he doesn't even feel like an organic character. He just feels like ticking boxes.
Yeah, like, oh, we need to make a new Spider-Man with a new actor. Okay, well, let's not
Then-
show the original, like, thing of Spider-Man of getting bit by the spider.
Alright, let's get started.
Figuring out his powers and things like that.
No Way Home released.
Yeah.
For the first time, audiences watched all 3 live-action Spider-Men fight side by side. Suddenly, the comparisons became much easier to make, and a lot of people began to realize just how powerful the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Spider-Man had become.
Still the weakest of the 3. By No Way Home, you could still argue he was the weakest. You could argue that Andrew was above him. Andrew did better against Lizard.
And he also
did
better
against
Electro too.
Yeah, he did better against base Electro. So it's like, even by the events of No Way Home, it's like Tobey and Andrew were still the strongest ones.
But even then, the debate never really ended. Well, I think it has now.
Yeah, it really hasn't.
The newest version of Spider-Man
Keep it
doesn't
change,
just
you
give
filthy
Peter
animal.
enough
Rift 2 vs Battle Edit Maku Spider-Man vs Rami.
Future 2K, thank you very much for the $2. Rift Duel versus Battle edit of MCU Spider-Man versus Raimi. Oh, man.
It's a stomp.
I really want to, but, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, chat. I've been thinking about... I saw a community post by Crisis, and he said, like, which has the worst fan base between Spider-Man and Batman. I think Spider-Man has the worst fan base, I'm gonna be honest. Like, literally me saying, or me criticizing Brand New Day in the slightest, it legit feels like I've been cancelled. Like, the amount of hate I've been getting in, like, YouTube shorts, videos, it's insane, honestly. It legit feels like I've been cancelled just because I don't like this film all that much compared to other people. Like, it genuinely feels as though you get cancelled if you say this film is anything less than a 9.5 out of 10. It's ridiculous.
I think you get cancelled if you say that.
I think
Also,
the reason. Wait, real quick, Bunket. Sorry, Bunket, but like, I think the reason why, Rip, hear me out. It's more or less that like people are holding this to a standard of Raimi's Spider-Man 2 because it's the opposite of Raimi's Spider-Man 2, because it's legit. The story is backwards because Toby lost his powers and gained them back, whereas Tom is gaining them. Like, they're putting them both right next to each other.
Yeah, it's like, I'd love to do Toby versus Tom, because it'd probably do well in terms of views. I mean, my video is still doing really well. I don't know, man. What do you guys want? Shall I do it? Everyone in chat, say yes or no. Should I do it? I'll do it tomorrow.
Another impressive feat or two.
Do what?
Fundamentally-
I thought you were to get Toby and Tom.
No, we did a video. They want a YouTube short.
He changes where he
gotcha.
belongs
No,
Sorry, I'm late for the stream. I got here as soon as I could.
Yeah, it's fine.
in the conversation.
Also, everyone in chat, rate Brand New Day out of 10.
I mean, I give it a 9 out of 10.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
I give it about a 7.
I'm
Acer?
between a 7 and an 8. I'm between like 7 if I'm lowballing it, but I don't think it's a 6. I think it's at least a 6. I don't think you can rate it a 5, even
Can't
if
wait for Toby's
its story is
Spider-Man 4, where
convoluted.
it stated base Toby is 100 times stronger than his black suit version from Totally Gonna Happen.
Can't wait for Toby Spider. Thank you for the $5. Can't wait for Toby Spider-Man 4, where it stated base Toby is 100 times stronger than Black Suit Toby from Spider-Man 3. I know, right? For me, this film is. For me, it's a 5 out of 10. Like, it's entertaining, but the plot makes no goddamn sense.
Honestly, that's fair. I think
it's
the least you can give it is a 5.
It's an entertaining film. Maybe I'd give it a 6. No higher than that. Because we were losing our minds in yesterday's voice chat when we were discussing the plot in this film. It's not a good plot. Like, it's an entertaining film.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Have
Yeah,
Toby
I
Spider-Man
hate to
4
say
is
it, but
not
it's kind of
happening.
like Michael Bay's Transformers, where it's entertaining, but plot-wise, it's not.
Future
good.
24K, thank you for the $2. It's Toby Spider-Man 4 is not happening. Imagine if it did, though. Imagine if, like... I would, like... I don't know, man. Like, with how toxic the MCU fanboys have been recently, I would just love it if Toby is the one to defeat Doctor Doom in Doomsday. Like, could you imagine the salt if that was the case?
I have my doubts Toby is going to be brought into the MCU.
I mean, he already is in the MCU with, No Way Home. But could you
They're
imagine...
probably not going to bring it back considering Sony does not like playing ball with fucking...
But could you imagine if they did that? Like, the amount of fucking salt. The same Doctor Doom that, like, no diffed Thor at the peak of his powers. Fucking
The thing
Toby
is,
comes
though-
in and puts some dirt in his eye.
What would be even funnier is
Keep the
if
change,
Toby
you
was
filthy
only
animal.
just
Hey
in it
Rift,
for like a
how do
couple
you
of
think
scenes
mutated
and he
Tom
just
would do against all the
one-shots
Spider-Man
fucking
villains from the
Doomsday?
previous
Um,
films?
Yeah.
For
How you
example,
do it?
Green Goblin.
Wait, real
Seven
quick.
Pizza
dash
dude,
81.
hang on.
Wait.
Thank you for
Wait,
the
real quick.
thank you for the $5, Pizza Dude. Hey Rift, how do you think mutated Tom would do against all the Spider-Man villains from the previous films? For example, Green Goblin. And you would rate the film a 7 out of 10. Thank you for the donation, my guy. I mean, mutated Tom would definitely solo his previous villains. But I think that goes without saying. The TASM villains, he'd solo. I think it's basically every villain except for, like, Electro and Sandman, because I just don't see him beating them.
What about Raimi Venom?
Venom, he could possibly beat. I think Raimi Venom versus mutated Tom would be a cool fight to see. But,
Absence
Kakarot,
the events of No Way Home. Peter has continued operating as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man with no Avengers, no billionaire mentor, no enhanced Stark suits, and no one remembering who he even is. During that time, he hasn't stayed the same. He's continued growing stronger, becoming more experienced, and as strange as it sounds, his spider powers have continued to develop. So today...
Can I ask a question? Yeah, of course you can, dude.
We're revisiting this discussion. This isn't a remake of my original video. If you'd like a much deeper breakdown of everything from Civil War through No Way Home, I'd encourage you go watch that video and then come back and watch this one, or watch that one after this one.
Yeah, what's up?
I don't think this movie is perfect by any means. I will say it is at least a step in the right direction for Tom Spider-Man.
Whoa.
I mean, it's kind of the...
Read.
Vet's card, I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response. Bait used to be believable. What was I gonna say then? I completely... Well, it's like... Again, like, he doesn't feel like a natural character. He feels like... this film just feels like ticking boxes. It's like, okay, people love Toby. Let's give Tom, like, organic webs. It's like, oh, Insomniac has, like, tech in his suit. Oh, we'll give him, his own suit, but still keep the tech. Like, oh, people...
It's bare minimum tech.
It's like... I don't know, man. Like, I just don't... Like... Compare this guy to how he was in Civil War. Chat, this is the perfect way I can describe Tom Holland's Spider-Man, right? The start of Civil War... Compare that to Brand New Day and tell me he's developed in the slightest. He's in a homemade suit, he's stopping crime, he's living by a with great power comes great responsibility. He literally hasn't changed in the slightest, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
You can also make that argument for past Spider-Man, but okay.
Well, no, but like, if you really think about it, this guy hasn't developed at all. Like, he's still, like, the same shit, just literally 10 years later.
Instead of doing that, we're going to briefly revisit the foundation before discussing everything the newest film adds to...
Yeah, you could, join the Discord server. There should be a link in the description.
Omex found a statement that says that Tom's mutation makes him 10 times stronger.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Spider-Man's already impressive list of accomplishments. As always, we'll only be discussing
impressive list of accomplishments cuts to him getting hit by a van.
Material that is canon to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That means no comics, games...
Damn, dude.
I love the joke.
Damn, dude. Same guy who can dodge lightning gets hit by a bullet at point-blank range. Damn, dude. Crazy.
Again, they do that for a comedic purpose.
I don't give a fuck. It comes at the cost of character development and power scaling.
Games, alternate continuities, or outside material. And with all that said, let's begin where we always do, strength. 4 years ago, I spent nearly an hour explaining why Spider-Man had already surpassed the super soldier level that many people still placed him at. During the New Avengers, we saw it take 3 super soldiers and 2 peak humans to hold up a leaning piece of concrete. Spider-Man was lifting jet bridges by himself with only a couple months of experience. Comparing him to super soldiers like Captain America or Red Guardian or the Winter Soldier is ridiculous. Not to mention, throughout his journey, he casually overpowered Winter Soldier's bionic arm. He held together a ferry weighing hundreds of thousands of...
No, he did not. The ferry was splitting apart.
I don't know much about the Thunderbolts really quick. How strong? Is Red Guardian on the same level as Captain America?
He's implied to be... I think he's implied to be stronger.
Wait, then wouldn't... Wait, well then, wouldn't that technically mean that John Walker...
I think John and Red Guardian are supposed to be stronger than Steve.
Okay.
Well, supposed to. Maybe.
But yeah, like, Tom never held a fucking ferry together. That's debunked. Literally rewatch the scene. Like, the webs all break apart. The ferry is still splitting apart. It would have fallen if Iron Man hadn't arrived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you.
Fucking time to show up.
Pounds. He caught Call Obsidian's attacks head on, and he even
This is the
staggered
part
Giant
where
Man.
I'm just-
He survived repeated
Call
attacks
Obsidian
from
beat
Green
doesn't make
Goblin
sense.
and ultimately defeated him while fighting through multiple broken ribs. Those
See, again, it's like he eventually. It's like he defeated Green Goblin, but it took him ages to actually do it. Which, again, I would put Toby above Tom for that reason. Spider-Man
I feel
1
like
era.
Toby kind of got downscaled right here, considering that Goblin landed a fucking sneak attack on him, which was still fucking stupid. I have to add.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst anti-feats that Toby has, but it pales in comparison to Tom's anti-feats. Like, at the very least, Toby's taking an L to a supervillain. Unlike Tom, where he takes L's to, like, fucking human beings with gloves. In Homecoming.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree, like, Toby should have 100% dodged that. But yeah, it's like Spider-Man...
let's not act
it's
like Tom's the only idiot here.
It's not even an idiot, it's just an anti-feat. But it's nowhere near as bad as Tom's. I can acknowledge it's bad, but it's nowhere near as bad as Tom's.
Yeah, plus,
But again, it's like, looking at
this.
this sequence, it's like the exact same thing happened to Toby, and he beat Goblin quicker than Tom did, so...
I will also add really quick, I found it funny that Tom, in an enraged state, was beating the shit out of Goblin, yet not even once. He didn't once draw blood on Goblin.
Yeah.
Where I think Toby did. Did he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's also...
He had a helmet on.
It's also...
And stated in the novel that his jaw would have came off if he didn't have the helmet on.
feats haven't gone anywhere. If anything, they've aged even better. One criticism I saw over and over again after my original video was that Spider-Man simply lacked experience compared to the other live-action versions, and honestly, that was a fair point at the time. During Civil War, Peter had only...
So it's like, I don't even agree with that, because it's like, if we're talking about, like,
Well,
villains fought, he's easily fought the most.
Plus, I don't like this argument because Tom's been Spider-Man for 3 years by No Way Home, and Toby and Andrew are at least 2 years in by their second film.
Yeah, it's like...
So it's just, I don't see it.
But it's like,
Yes,
it's like, you can argue that, like, Tom is supposed to be the most experienced. Like, yeah, he's the youngest, but he's fought the most supervillains.
Yeah, tell me here. What are the time gaps between each of the movies? From
Goblin was acting when Toby was beating him. That's debunked, unfortunately. The novel even states that Toby would have punched his jaw off if he wasn't wearing his helmet.
To answer your question, Bonkai, TASM 1, Andrew was 17. By TASM 2, he's 18 and 19. Toby, same thing. He was 18 in the first film, and by the second film, he's like in 20 years old.
I'd also point out that Goblin, like, even in retrospect, he considers Toby to just be above him by a massive margin. So, I don't know. Kind of just seems like you didn't watch Spider-Man 1.
That he's above him by a massive margin. Meanwhile, in the final battle, throughout most of it, he was getting the shit kicked out of him by Goblin.
I think that's very freaking dishonest of you, because he had to throw Toby in at the deep end in the gym by holding a cable car for like 10 minutes. Then he threw a pumpkin bomb in his face. Then he beat the shit out. Like, I think that's very dishonest to even say.
Well, it's just
and that's even.
If they even straight up beat Toby like that, then he wouldn't have needed.
Isn't it also the whole Spider-Man is all but invincible?
Well, yeah, he is all but invincible. Goblin has to like exhaust him physically in order to have a chance, and he's still lost.
And I'm not being dishonest. I'm just pointing out some points, Rick.
Well, no, I'm saying you just aren't remembering.
I'm not trying to be dishonest.
You are, because you're not remembering the film correctly. Goblin said he couldn't.
I haven't seen it in years.
Who would you personally say has the most potential of the 3 live-action Spider-Man?
Who would you say has the most potential? I mean, I feel like Andrew and Toby have kind of met their potential. Tom, it feels like... I mean, Tom hasn't fought like he hasn't fought a Spider-Man villain in a while. Like,
also, it's stated by Kevin Feige that we're not going to meet the MCU versions of the No Way Home characters. Like, they're just not going to happen.
So
Well, I
we're
mean,
just
the argument.
so we're
for
just not
Goblin
gonna
is that he
see.
would jump him.
So we're not gonna see Green Goblin, Doc Ock, any of those villains. It's like
Nah, we're gonna see some different ones.
if that's the case, I would say maybe Toby or Andrew, because they have the potential to be in Secret Wars, and they could do something crazy with them. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh
Plus,
wait, and
potential's a bit subjective. in this
also
case.
wait. Also, Rift, real quick. The only it's like you said, like if Green Goblin was in Tom's universe, the first thing that would happen is that would raise red flags, and he would immediately barge into the MCU Oscorp Industries building and beat the shit out of him.
All right, let's get.
Not necessarily.
Only been Spider-Man
I mean-
for about 6 months. Homecoming takes place during his first year. Infinity War, Endgame, Far From Home, and No Way Home all happen within a relatively short span of time. Peter grows tremendously throughout those films, but he's still learning what kind of hero he wants to become and how strong he truly is. That criticism doesn't really exist anymore. By the time this newest movie...
I mean, the criticism still exists. Like, just because a new film comes out, it's like the criticism still exists.
Yeah.
Well,
Also,
I
that's
even
a
argue that.
freaking image you froze on Rift.
But again, Rift, I think that criticism still doesn't matter, because even by No Way Home, you can argue he's more experienced. So it's like, even if he has 4 years plus experience, what has he done in those 4 years that's truly remarkable?
Let's chat. I'm very excited because I'm working on a video between MCU Spider-Man and Insomniac Spider-Man. I'm looking forward to that.
Can't wait for that one.
Do you agree
Wait,
that Toby?
someone-
Do you agree that Toby is the strongest Spider-Man? No. Live action, maybe. If we're talking in general, no, not even close. Ultimate is stronger than him.
Which Ultimate? There's two there are
TV, well, both.
TV Ultimate.
Both. They're both
TV and
stronger.
comic.
616, he's stronger.
The only one that I would say is above Ultimate is if you gave Insom the comic scaling. That's it.
I think Toby will lose to Tom's Spider-Man. If it's base to base, I think Toby still wins, because Brand New Day just nerfed Tom when it comes to his base form, at least.
Ultimate Spider-Man
Isn't he holding
said
back most of the time because his
Literally every Spider-Man holds back all the time.
MCU Spider-Man said that Tom Spider-Man is losing to the Sonyverse characters. If Kraven's losing to a mutated Rhino,
90s Spider-Man. Oh yeah, 90s Spider-Man. Yeah, he would kick
he
Toby's
blitzes
ass.
the Sony universe, dude.
Let's get started.
Really gets into the first act. Peter has spent 4 uninterrupted years protecting New York.
But I'm gonna just come right out and say this: none of the live-action Spider-Men are the strongest.
Yeah.
Not even remotely close. And chat, I saw a community post recently where it was MCU Brand New Day Spider-Man versus literally everyone in the Spider-Verse, and MCU Spider-Man was winning that poll. I'm like, you want a
What?
case study on MCU Spider-Man glaze? Da-da-da-da-da, right there.
You see,
Yeah,
I love
What is the
MCU
scaling
Spider-Man.
of
He has
the
good potential.
Spider-Verse characters?
No, literally every
They don't-
Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse.
Comics included.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, there's no
Well,
way.
apparently he was winning that poll. Make it make sense.
Actually, no. Miles in Spider-Verse solos. Spider-Verse
Apparently
Miles
on
just
his own.
solos. He was running
No
away
Stark
from half of them.
technology,
No,
no
he doesn't.
Avengers, no Nick Fury, no safety net, just Spider-Man. We saw that with Tobey's Spider-Man, we saw it with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, and now we've seen exactly what another 4 years have done for the MCU version. The
Yeah, he got nerfed.
first indication of his increase in power comes from something pretty unexpected. Peter creates a web cocoon after the traumatic experience of seeing the love of his life with another man. It's made clear that this isn't something Peter
That
has
sounds pretty
chosen
pathetic.
to do.
He said that.
I need you to scale his
Oh.
speed for me. Who? I'm not racist, but I don't like Miles. Yeah, it's fine. You can like Miles and still be racist. You can dislike Miles and not be racist. It's up to you.
Also, can we like acknowledge that when you're depressed, you physically should get weaker? Like, this is just a mentality thing. Like, why is Tom getting stronger?
I'll tell you.
Emotional damage.
I'll tell you why. It's because they had an idea, but they couldn't think of a logical way to get to that idea, so they just thought, fuck it, make stuff up.
It's simply instinctive. His body is changing just as spiders undergo different stages throughout their lives. Peter's powers have begun developing beyond what we've seen in any previous live-action adaptation, outside of any symbiote enhancements. Earlier in the film, Spider-Man and Scorpion are portrayed as relatively even opponents. They're capable of pushing each other throughout the
I mean, to be fair, you could argue Scorpion was above Spider-Man. I mean,
I honestly disagree, because we see in the opening montage, like, Peter holds back the tail and knocks out Scorpion in 2 hits.
Yeah.
In the intro, you also do see Peter get, like, knocked back by Scorpion. And then when you have...
Well, I would just argue he wasn't trying.
And then when you have, when Scorpion's mind-controlled and Peter is, like, struggling to hold back the sting with both his arms.
Well, I think...
Until the mutation kicks in.
So, for one, I think in the... Well, that's the thing. I think the mutation was somewhat hampering him because he wasn't used to his organic webs and his senses were overloading. So I wouldn't necessarily say Scorpion was above him because of that.
Regardless, he was struggling against Scorpion until the mutation kicked in.
Well, my point being is his struggle was... Well, no, I'm saying he struggled because the mutation was overloading him and he wasn't used to his new abilities.
I would agree if it was, like, just not him stood still trying to push back against Scorpion. Like, my man had one job, just push back against Scorpion, and he still couldn't do it. Like, if it was like a Far From Home final battle, I'd understand, but it was literally just Scorpion.
Well, I'm just of that mindset. We see in the montage, he's able to one-shot Scorpion. That's why I just don't believe Scorpion's that close.
Neither one is...
I mean, you've also got to remember Scorpion doesn't have armor on his head. Fairly certain he did get hit in the head when he was one shot.
He got hit by a piano. He got hit.
Completely able to dominate the other.
I'm also gonna
but
point out
later,
that
after
that was
Peter...
probably a pretty crappy design for Scorpion.
Spider-Man versus Master Chief.
Wait,
Spider-Man wins that. Master Chief isn't that strong.
Tom's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter which version of Spider-Man. Most Spider-Man would beat Master Chief.
Alright, let's do this.
Embraces these new abilities, that balance disappears. Spider-Man absolutely tears through Scorpion. The difference isn't subtle. Scorpion goes from being a legitimate threat to barely slowing Spider-Man down.
Wait,
that alone would already suggest a massive increase in strength.
See, here's the thing that confuses me. Doesn't Scorpion, like, remain conscious after this? Because, like, the mind control wears off and Scorpion's just, like, confused.
Yeah, he's confused. He's like, what's happening?
Also,
so, like, ironically enough, you can also argue that he's nerfed here. Peter in the intro cinematic one-shot Scorpion,
Hey, Rift,
mutated
I don't know much on
Tom,
Spider-Man
losing
and haven't seen
control,
anything MCU
can't
after
one-shot
Endgame,
Scorpion
so
here.
I'm just here to vibe.
I
Enjoy
mean, he
the money.
I would say, like, he practically blitzed him.
QMQ, thank you very much for the $5. I don't know much on Spider-Man, haven't seen anything MCU after Endgame, so I'm just here to vibe, enjoy the donation. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the stream.
By the way, Rift, keep this in mind. Keep the mutated Tom Scorpion feat in mind.
Well, it's like, this is just more evidence you could suggest he is nerfed. It's like, base Peter, like, knocked out Scorpion. Mutated Peter, like, he couldn't do the same.
Yeah, but just, like, keep in mind whenever we get to the Hulk section. That's where, like, I was just like... Well,
Rift, even think of it like this. He gets knocked out by Spider-Man pulling a piano towards his back. In this, he throws Scorpion into a car.
Yeah, he literally ragdolls Scorpion into a freaking speeding police car. Not a speeding police car, but like a moving vehicle. And it's like he even threw Scorpion so hard that the policewoman in the car was like critically injured. So it's like he threw Scorpion pretty freaking hard, and like Scorpion like he was pretty chill afterwards. He was just kind of confused.
But the film doesn't stop there. One of the most impressive sequences comes during Spider-Man's confrontation with the Hulk.
Oh, fuck my life. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. I'm ready.
Now, before anyone jumps into the comments, no, Spider-Man doesn't overpower the Hulk. He doesn't really need to, because the movie goes out of its way to establish something incredibly important before the fight even begins. Peter is wearing an inhibitor. His abilities have intentionally been reduced back to what he considers his quote-unquote normal level. In other words, Spider-Man spends this entire encounter fighting while actively nerfed.
No. He fights while... Are you serious? Oh my god. You contradicted yourself. Oh, Peter fights while nerfed. No, he fights at his base level. You just said that.
What he's usually at.
Yeah.
Peter's fighting while nerfed. No, he's fighting at his base level. You just contradicted yourself.
Mind you, what I got from that is right here after he said that. Keep in mind, just keep going. This is what legitimately confused me, and it confirms this even more. From the Scorpion feet onward, just display it.
It's funny you mentioned that Ultimate Spider-Man in chat, because Tom Spider-Man in this film, he can't dodge RPGs and he can't dodge bullets at point-blank range. He also failed to dodge a sniper round at the end of the film.
Well, I mean, the only argument for the sniper round, the only reason for the Scorpion round, I mean, not the Scorpion round, for the sniper round, was you can honestly make the argument that he was under Jean's telepathy, and he heard.
Well, he still broke out of it.
He heard. Well, no, he sensed the sniper round whilst she was in his head.
Yeah, because
but it's like
moved her out the way, but obviously he wasn't fast enough to get himself out.
But it's like I just hate the idea that this Peter couldn't just web a bullet out of the air. It's like I feel like he could intercept the bullets with his webs. Or I'd like to think he could anyways.
Well, if he's faster than lightning, you should be able to.
Yeah, you should be able to just turn around and shoot it out.
Even under those conditions, he's...
Also, I don't even think that. He could have just pulled Jean out of the way with his webs, like Weber pull her to you.
He gains new powers throughout the film, so how isn't he nerfed? Well, it's like he's still nerfed even when he has the mutation, they still nerf him.
I wouldn't say that he got no-diffed by the hand, by the way. He only got no-diffed by the hand when Jean was controlling him.
Also, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna just be completely honest, chat. I think Jean Grey should have died. I genuinely think she should have been killed. She did not deserve redemption at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be completely honest. I wish that what's his face?
Oh, you wanted the Soldier Boy scene.
I wanted Punisher to one shot, yeah.
So you wanted the Soldier Boy scene where it's like, you blink, now you blink. Everything you want, she's right there.
Well, it's like,
you blink.
It's funny you bring up Soldier Boy, because Jean Grey was like the opposite of Soldier Boy for me. Where it's like, Soldier Boy, they did such a good job making him sympathetic that when they try convincing you he's the asshole, you just don't believe it. But it's like, Jean Grey's the opposite. They did such a good job portraying her as this irredeemable monster. When they try portraying her as sympathetic, I'm like, I don't care. She isn't.
I feel like that's the issue with a lot of fucking villains in the newer Marvel films. They try to make you sympathize with them.
It's like the only
horrible fucking shit. Like,
it's like the
why
only
should I freaking care about this person?
It's like the only quote unquote villain that I sympathize with in like recent Marvel is Sentry. If you consider him a villain, it's like, yeah, I sympathize with him.
I sympathize with Sentry.
More as an antagonist.
Well, antagonist, villain, potato.
Like,
I sympathize with him.
Turns out there is a difference between a villain and an antagonist.
Okay, I sympathize with him.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Well, it's just that Phoenix is portrayed as a villain. She's not just an antagonist. She is very villainous.
Yeah, like, but the thing is though, like, keep in mind, like, seeing as that she's a mutant, she's going to be the actual
Spider-Man dodges and tracks bullets.
Hates mutants,
yeah,
so
yeah, this is also the same Spider-Man that got hit by a van and failed to dodge that. He also failed to dodge an RPG despite sensing it from a mile away. And he also failed to dodge bullets at point blank range. It's like, yeah, this Spider-Man's fucking nerfed as hell.
I mean, also, it's confirmed the shurikens the hand threw at him also hit his shoulder.
Anyways, let's see what he has to say about the Hulk.
Still capable of slowing the Hulk with his webbing. At one point, those webs stop the Hulk's momentum completely. The Hulk only escapes because the structure anchoring the webs gives way beneath the force being applied.
I think he's referring to Professor Hulk when he, like, breaks free from the web grenade.
No, this is Savage.
No, go back, re-listen to what he's saying.
Well, what he said applies to Savage Hulk, to Professor Hulk.
The Hulk with his webbing. At one point, those webs stop the Hulk's momentum completely. The Hulk only escapes because the structure anchoring the webs gives way beneath the force being applied.
Which is really ironic because, like, all that shit hanging off of him is restraining him. Kind of awkward.
That should not restrain the Hulk.
It shouldn't, especially Savage Hulk.
Yeah. It's like he should have broke free from that shit. Also,
I'm a huge fan of Savage Hulk. I really have to say, Hulk in this was such a letdown.
I'ma just come right out and say it, chat. Not only can you make an argument that Professor Hulk is stronger than Savage Hulk because of this awful film, but you can also argue that Brand New Day did more damage to the Hulk than Endgame did. At the very least with Endgame, they attempted something different. Like, whether it succeeded, you know, that's fair. But, like, at the very least, they didn't butcher Savage Hulk.
No, that's true.
I don't even think Infinity War butchered the Hulk as bad as this film. At the very least, he took an L to, like, the same guy that everyone took an L to. Fucking Thanos. It's not like he took an L to, like, I don't know, Cyclops or something. No disrespect to the X-Men. But it's like, at the very least, if he's gonna lose, Thanos is a good character for Hulk to lose to. Because who didn't lose to
really
Hulk?
quick, Riff, if you want to do another short, definitely do freaking the original Gene from the original X-Men films versus this Gene for a YouTube short.
But yeah, like, unironically now, because of this film, you can argue Professor Hulk is stronger. At the very least when it comes to, like, lifting feats.
And that makes me angry. Thanks for that, Riff.
What are you thanking me for? Thank this film. I didn't make it. It's like Professor Hulk, whilst critically injured with one arm, he held up, like, a massive chunk of the Avengers facility. Meanwhile, peak Savage Hulk, who was pissed off, he's, like, actually restrained by, like, a small chunk of a skyscraper. It's like, make it make sense.
The webs aren't the thing that gives way. It's actually the building itself. The building breaks apart before the webs break. And I think that's a very important distinction. We've seen Spider-Man's webs restrain incredibly powerful opponents before, but watching them momentarily halt one of the strongest beings on Earth while Peter himself is operating below his maximum potential is on another level entirely.
The same version of the Hulk that was getting restrained by chunks of buildings. It's like, yeah, this guy was... They also nerfed Banner in this film. Do you think 2008 Hulk would have beaten Thanos? No, Thanos would be on no diff 2008 Hulk. No. 2008 Hulk is weaker than Avengers Hulk. Like, I don't know why people overhype event. I don't know.
Mention this now I don't because I know it's the next point he's gonna make.
I genuinely don't know which Hulk is more overrated between 2003 and 2008. There are people that think those guys beat Thanos. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Are they good? Yeah. Like, do I like them? Yeah, they're cool. They're not beating Thanos. Like, not even remotely close.
And Riff, I'm just going to mention this now, because it's the next point he's going to make. But he's going to say, oh, the hands, like, the organic webs are clearly stronger than his original webs, when, for all we know, the weapons used to target his mechanical webs may be of a different composition entirely compared to his organic, meaning it's not so much that they're stronger, more so they're just immune to the effects because they're a different material.
From this point on,
so
we're going to be discussing
it's just there's no proof that they're actually stronger.
Inhibited version of Spider-Man. Once Peter fully embraces these new arachnid abilities, his strength increases exponentially. His organic webs remove one of the only limitations we've ever seen placed on his mobility, as well as his battlefield control. There's no real concern about running out of cartridges or damaged web shooters. His powers are now entirely self-contained, just like Tobey's Spider-Man. The film immediately demonstrates how dangerous that makes him. Spider-Man tears through the hand and damage control soldiers equipped with weapons specifically designed to neutralize him.
See, this is the issue that I have with that. Like, he tears through the hand. It's like, these are villains that base Spider-Man had already beaten. I don't think it's a good way to establish how much stronger he got.
Also, I would say the only countermeasures
and also
they
their
technically
weapons
had were those 2 guns.
And also, their weapons were specifically made for his webs. It's like, the weapons that they used against him was mostly their normal shit, like their normal swords. Like, they used, like, stun... Oh, you want another anti-feat for Peter in this film? These 2 bellends with stun batons, they actually land a hit on Spider-Man.
No, they land a hit on him in period. Throughout the fight, he takes multiple hits. This is the same guy who can dodge lightning and see stuff in bullets in slow motion to his perspective.
Yeah, fucking that awkward moment when Tom Spider-Man is peak human in speed. That's hilarious.
Not even Captain America. I don't even think Captain America would have struggled in that situation because he's a super soldier and would like toss them around.
It's like, at the very least, when Captain America was nailed by stun batons, he was outnumbered like 14-1, and it was in an enclosed space. And they also had reinforced handcuffs on him that were like locking him to the wall. And he still won that. Even without the shield.
Well, it's just like, from what this film is telling me, if Peter was in the same position, he would have lost to the hand in an enclosed space. When he should be fast and strong enough to deal with them. Even in base.
Do you think 2008 Hulk could beat the hand? I mean, probably. Like, he went blow for blow with Abomination.
Also, think of it like
soloed
this.
the military.
Hand couldn't stop Hulk. So, let's get this straight. The hand couldn't stop Hulk. Peter, like, holds back the Hulk, yet he loses to the hand. Make that make sense.
Yeah, it's just very inconsistent.
Another detail worth paying attention to. These aren't random security guards, right? They're using equipment developed with Spider-Man specifically in mind, and it still doesn't matter. Peter overwhelms them anyway. And perhaps the clearest display of his newfound...
I mean, I get what he's trying to say, but like, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter if these guys have prep time or not. They are just human beings at the end of the day. Like, I don't think Spider-Man overpowering, like, peak humans at best is anything worth bragging about.
I mean, let's think about it like this, Rift. If you've seen the Defenders, the Daredevil plus other superhumans not even on Spider-Man's level are able to fight off the hand.
Well, I'm not even gonna go with that argument. I'm just gonna use Tom himself. It's like at the freaking in Homecoming, it's like he took on like 4 guys at the bank who had Chitauri weapons. He took on like the same guys on the ferry when he was outnumbered. It's like, okay, taking down like peak humans who have decent weapons. It's like, okay, cool. I don't really know what's impressive
that makes
about
it worse,
that.
Rift. Think about it. Those people had guns. The hand just have swords and melee weapons.
It's like, you can't argue the melee weapons are more powerful than the guns.
The whole point is
the
bullets are... Who do you think is faster? Normal humans with melee weapons or normal humans with guns?
Depends on how fast they can quick draw.
Well, assume the quick draw and the ability to the hand to melee is the same. Like, if you gave the hand guns, like actual bullets, they would have tagged Spider-Man so many times.
Yeah.
Do you think that do you think
swords,
hang on,
bullets,
do you think
died.
Do you think 2003 Hulk could beat peak human beings with prep time? No. The military at one point in the fight literally did beat Hulk when they had like that fucking hardening foam. It's like they literally restrained the Hulk for ages. It's like, imagine if they...
About 2008, they couldn't stop him.
But it's like, if you gave, like, peak human beings, like, the best shit ever, then yeah, they could beat 2003 Hulk. because they kinda did, briefly, when they restrained him with that foam. Granted,
Well,
that was
in
very
conjun-
specific, but even so.
Well, in conjunction with the MCU version of Hulk, Incredible Hulk, even when they had prep time, they couldn't technically beat the Hulk.
On strength comes shortly afterward. Earlier in the movie, we're shown an extremely high security containment area inside Damage Control. This is where they're keeping Jean Grey, one of the most powerful beings they've ever encountered. Every indication we're given is that this is one of the most secure locations in the entire facility. Later, Spider-Man simply kicks through the reinforced security door. Now this
No, it's fine. You've shown me that clip 6 times. Please show me it another 6 times.
Hold on, I just want to make sure he definitely got that right. Right, he definitely did kick that door down. Let me show it another time.
Plot twist, it was the wrong door. He just broke his way into the disabled bathroom.
I'd say when it's the same bathroom.
Fucking Professor X cameo right there.
Motherfucker, now you got that image stuck in my head now.
Yeah, he just breaks through the wrong door. You just see Professor X with Logan from the 2017 film. That's where they were hiding this whole time. Can 2003 Hulk defeat Thanos? No.
Fucking shows up and says, wrong door, asshole.
2003 Hulk is not beating Thanos. No, I'm sorry.
Here's a question then.
Hello.
Out of all the versions of Hulk, comic or animations or obviously live action,
Okay.
which Hulk would actually beat Thanos?
Okay, well, comics, if we're talking specifically MCU Thanos, there's quite a lot that would beat him. Comics Hulk, he would have a field day. Like, he would one-shot.
Even comic book Spider-Man, he would have a fucking field day.
Yeah, comics Hulk, he'd be fine. Earth's... No, I don't think Earth's Mightiest Heroes would. He's good, but I don't think he's that good. Annoyingly...
I mean, Ultimate Hulk.
Annoyingly, the Hulk from, like, the 2010s, you know, like the one from, like, the Agents of Smash, that kind of verse, he would probably win, because I'm fairly certain those Hulks fought, like, Galactus or some shit.
Yeah.
And
on
they're
top
in
of
the
that,
same universe as Ultimate Spider-Man, so... that
90s
probably
Hulk, he could possibly win, because I think him and Grey Hulk, it's like they fought someone who was comparable to Doctor Strange. It's like they could possibly beat him. I don't know.
What about that one Hulk?
2008? No, 2008's getting one shot. He stands no chance against Hulk. Thanos, sorry.
I think he could probably land a few good blows, but yeah, he would ultimately lose.
So basically, MCU just literally looked at Hulk and said, right, he's a big green dude, and in the comics and the animations, he is an absolute fucking tank. Let's make him the weakest and shittest character ever.
Which is one of the reasons I don't like modern day Hulk, because it's like, back in the first Avengers film, it's like this man was a beast. They just slowly but surely ruined him. It's like, I like him in Age of Ultron. I think he was good in that. I like him in Ragnarok when he's actually, like, fighting. When he's kind of chilling, he's a bit goofy. But, like, when he actually, like, when he locks in and starts fighting. I mean, the fight with Thor, the fight with Fenrir, the badass moment where he, like, jumps at Surtur. It's like, he had some cool moments in Ragnarok.
I feel like in Ragnarok was where I started losing interest in Hulk, because he seemed less like the badass monster that we've seen him in the past film, and just more like an angry toddler. And
I mean, in fairness, that is kind of the Hulk sometimes.
Yeah.
An angry it's like, you want
nowhere near it to the degree it is in fucking Ragnarok.
You want an angry toddler. Look at 2003. He fucking hits the tanks like you would rage at Call of Duty. Like, fucking slamming it.
I don't recall ever defending that.
Yeah, I was just comparing it. But,
yeah, my point is, I thought freaking MCU Hulk would be above that, but no. He's just as much an angry toddler in fucking Ragnarok.
well, the only time like I said, the only time he's a toddler is when he's chilling. It's like, when he actually locks in, he's badass.
I mean, in Ragnarok, the context for Hulk in that movie is that he was strictly just operating on survival.
See, that's a take that I have. I think that Hulk actually got stronger as the MCU went on, and then Brand New Day happened, and they just ruined him.
Probably
For me, I
isn't
think
a
he was
one-to-one
evil, but yeah.
comparison. But earlier in the film, Jean Grey was able to mind control the Hulk, and she attempted to use
Professor Hulk specifically.
the Hulk to get into a vault within damage control. Now, that door was much bigger than this one, but I would consider both of them very, very high levels of security. If you really, really wanted to stretch Spider-Man's newfound power, you could say maybe he's relative to the Hulk, as the Hulk wasn't able to get through that big door, but Spider-Man was
Alright, that
able to...
right there. All right,
No.
pause. That right there is where I initially went back at what he said and looked at the mutated, and initially what he said is pretty much mutated Tom would scale to Hulk.
No.
Or would scale to Savage Hulk specifically.
Based
That's
on a
where
door.
everything
Well-
falls off.
Well, that
anything-
has a lot of problems. First of all, like, you would have to assume that those doors are like equal, which is never confirmed. Also, that's Professor Hulk that couldn't get through the door, and not Savage Hulk. It's like everyone usually says, "Oh, Savage is above Professor," so it's like, at best, mutated Tom would be above Professor Hulk, but it's like, whoop-de-doo. You know, that doesn't make him above Savage. Because we
Also,
never saw, like, to put it
Wait,
into
no, I'm
context.
talking, like,
Shut up!
uncontrollable
Whoa,
mutated.
shut up! It's like Professor Hulk. Like, to put it into context, right? Savage Hulk. He's the same guy who dented vibranium in the Agents of Shield show. It's like you really think Savage Hulk couldn't get through that door? The same guy who broke out of a cage designed by Iron Man to contain him. The same guy who tore apart the Hulkbuster. Like, I'm fairly certain he could get through that door.
Yeah, it sounds.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's just like, you can't say that, oh, Hulk couldn't break through a door, Spider-Man breaks through a door, therefore Spider-Man's stronger. And even then, you could say it's a nerf on the Hulk's part.
yeah, it's like, if anything, that's more evidence that Hulk's nerfed, but... Anyways, I don't want to keep saying this, because it's just annoying, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could 2003 Hulk get through that big door? I mean... His best chance would be to lift the door, because, like, his punches just aren't that strong.
Also, Rift, think of it like this. You know the explosions that Punisher had?
Yeah.
You know how they broke through the door?
Mhm.
Do you really think that Punisher with those explosives can break through that door, yet Professor Hulk can't?
I mean, those explosives did knock out Professor Hulk, so... I don't know.
Well, no, we see that it gave him a concussion that knocked Jean out, but Professor Hulk was still standing.
Alright, fair enough.
Like, he immediately got up. It's just... Yeah,
Did you-
it knocked him on his ass, but you can't tell me those things are stronger than Hulk.
Apparently they are.
through the smaller one, but this facility surely is more important and should be more protected than whatever the heck was in that vault. So
I feel like that's stretching. There's just no proof that that's the case.
He's coping at this point.
I mean, that same
Like-
vault, that was like... Yeah, I don't really know what to say. It's like, you can even... Hang on. Listen to his, like, tone.
maybe
You can even tell he has no proof and he's just spitballing.
newfound power, you could say maybe he's relative to the Hulk, as the Hulk wasn't able to get through that big door, but Spider-Man was able to get through the smaller one. But this facility surely is more important and should be more protected than whatever the heck was in that vault. So take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, so it's like, he even just... I don't know. It's like, he's even very, unsure himself about that take.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, that's bullshit, because, number one, Savage Hulk never attacked that door. That was Professor Hulk. I'd also point out that Professor Hulk, in terms of punching, he is fodder. Like, this is the same guy who got fodderized by Abomination in the She-Hulk show.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, even she
like Abomination was joking on Professor Hulk in that show. It's insane. And like Professor Hulk's punches, even when angered, like he barely tickled Abomination.
Wealthy said, I don't think he's provided an ounce of scaling this entire video. I mean, when you change
this video just comes off as, oh, I think he's the strongest because X, Y, and Z, but you have no proof for X, Y, and Z.
I'd also point out as well, doesn't Peter like interrupt Professor Hulk? Like when they arrive at the building and then Jean gets the Hulk to attack Spider-Man.
Well, no, it's implied Jean stopped attacking the door because she wanted Hulk to focus on Spider-Man because Jean can't defend Spider-Man.
Well, that's exactly what I said. Like, Peter's presence forced the Hulk to intervene. So it's like, for all we know, Professor Hulk could have eventually broken through that door. Like, if Spider-Man hadn't shown up and hadn't distracted Hulk.
Jean, yeah, that's
it's like he could have broken through eventually. Just gonna point that out.
Yeah, he could have broken through eventually, but how they're projecting it is Tom managed to do it in one.
Well, he's also just failing to identify the distinction between Savage and Professor, because he was like, oh, the Hulk couldn't break through that door. It's like, okay, which Hulk? He doesn't say. So it's like, I feel like, I don't want to say he's being dishonest, because I like Key Issues, because he hates Danko, so that makes him based in my book. He exposed Danko so many times. But it's like, I don't know, man. It kind of feels like you've got the rose-tinted glasses on, I'll be honest.
I just think that he loses me when he tries to compare the vault in the Damage Control HQ to the vault in a prison cell against a superhuman who doesn't have super strength.
Taken individually, every one of these moments is pretty impressive, but taken all together...
Is it me, or did this video just get way quieter?
And should be more protected than
whatever
the heck was
I don't
in
know
that
what happened to
vault.
his mic
So,
here, but like...
take that with a grain of salt. Taken individually, every one of these moments is pretty impressive, but taken all together, they paint a pretty clear picture. Spider-Man didn't just gain another feat. He spent 4 years becoming a more experienced hero. He underwent biological changes that further enhance his powers, demonstrated greater physical strength than we've previously seen from him, and removed one of his biggest limitations his abilities had always carried. And we're really only getting started. And keep in mind, I thought that he was the strongest Spider-Man before he got enhanced. Of course, raw strength has never been the only thing that makes Spider-Man so dangerous. If you ask almost any comic book fan what his greatest or most iconic power is, it's either going to be his web slinging or, more likely, his spider sense. And honestly, I don't think we've ever seen it portrayed this well in live action. Back in Far From Home, Peter finally learned to trust what Aunt May jokingly called his Peter Tingle. That allowed him to fight Mysterio with his eyes closed, relying entirely on his extrasensory awareness instead of his eyesight. In No Way Home, that ability became even more refined when he sensed Norman Osborn transforming into the Green Goblin, despite everyone else seeing nothing out of the ordinary. Those were already massive improvements, but this thing goes much, much further. After emerging from the cocoon that we discussed previously, Peter immediately notices his senses becoming more acute. At first, he doesn't fully understand what's happening, but as the story progresses, it becomes clear that this isn't simply his spider sense warning him of danger anymore. He's hearing things he shouldn't be able to hear. He's sensing events occurring far outside of his field of vision. His awareness continues expanding throughout the film, and by the third act, it's heavily implied that Peter can perceive threats across an enormous portion of New York City. Now, I'm intentionally saying implied because the movie never gives us an exact measurement, but what it does give us is something even better. Jean Grey.
Okay, who wins in a fight, Cell or Metal Sonic? Metal Sonic, but... So, let me just... I'm gonna... Alright, so, the issue that I have is... Number one, it's never confirmed that he actually can master the senses, because when he first gets the senses, they are overwhelming him. That's first of all. Secondly, I don't know how this is anything new, because he even says in Civil War, like, yeah, whatever happened, all of my senses are dialed to 11. So it's like, which would include things like hearing, sight, etc. That's why he has the goggles or the lenses, because it helps, like, it helps him focus.
It helps dampen it, yeah.
But it's like,
Also-
the issue, like, at the end of the film, I just don't see how... Well, first of all, he contradicts himself here, because he's like, okay, if he can see attacks, like, if his hearing is that insane, right? Like, his hearing is that insane, his senses are that insane, him getting hit by a sniper round shouldn't even be in, like, the discussion, as far as I'm concerned.
I would also
No.
say, like, this thing of, oh, he can sense things across New York City through a distance. I'm like, okay, we saw Andrew Spider-Man do the same thing in TASM 1.
We saw
We
Toby
see-
do it with the train scene.
Yep.
He senses
I think-
danger at the end of the train tracks that's, like, a mile away or some shit.
And even him sensing Norman's persona, again, there's actual evidence to prove that Andrew and Toby sense Connor's and Norman's personas changed. Like, Andrew's sensed it off Connor's, like, after he met him after his first battle with the lizard, and Toby did in the Thanksgiving dinner. So I don't see how you can say-
I think that's bullshit for Toby, at least. He didn't know that Goblin was Norman until the end of the
No, he
end
did.
of the film.
No. Listen, his spider sense was telling him there was danger when Norman was figuring it out. He didn't think Norman was a danger. His spider sense was just telling him it's said in the novel.
You just dislike the character, which is alright. I don't get it. Like, what are you... Oh, I think he's referring to someone in chat. Okay, never mind. I thought he was
Yeah.
referring to me.
Someone in Avon in chat said Gene and Peter were in that's yeah,
Gene and Peter were in the
Gene and Peter were in the
Mindscape.
Mindscape,
Well,
which could have slowed down his reaction.
Well, the problem with that is that he senses the sniper round in the Mindscape, and it's implied that he had, like, enough time to break out and, you know, jump in the way of the bullet. But it's like, if that's the case, couldn't he have just webbed Jean away from the bullet? Couldn't he have, like, tackled her to the ground or some stuff? Jean deserved the bullet. Yeah, I mean, facts, but, like, I don't know. It seems
Then
too
you-
convenient, you know? It's like, oh, let's put Peter under mind control so we can get hit by a sniper round.
I mean, in the context of that, Peter let her into his mind willingly.
I think that also has bigger issues, like how the hell was Punisher even able to land the sniper round? It's like he 100% would have been within the radius of her mind control effect, and miraculously he wasn't. Like,
Also, can I say something funny? You know how
Ironically-
Jean blew apart the building and how the
Yeah.
wall was exposed? If she didn't do that, Punisher would not have a shot.
it's like, ironically enough, they give Punisher plot armor just so he can actually get the shot off.
It's implied in Daredevil that he was. They say, wasn't it Daredevil season 2 where he took out multiple members of the mob?
Also, I'm gonna be honest as well, like, after Punisher accidentally shot Peter, why didn't he just shoot Jean? It's like he had a clear shot and he wanted to do it the whole film.
It's
I
because-
mean, the only explanation is that she saw that she was trying to save
Yeah.
him. But that's the only thing I could think of.
But it's like, why would that change his mind, considering he just doesn't believe in redemption or forgiveness?
well, it's because he's
Because
around
I believe he
Spider-Man.
does know.
But it's like, I find that so hard to believe. It's like, he spent so much time around Matthew Murdock, who had the whole redemption, second chances thing, and Punisher was like, nah, fuck that, I'm gonna kill people. I'm gonna put their heads on pitchforks.
Yeah.
Because he's no longer that Punisher.
Yeah, which is stupid. Punisher was in shock, Spider-Man took the bullet. You really think that an ex-Marine would be in shock over self-sacrifice? I feel like he would have seen that in his career.
Also, I want to let you know this: in militaries, they sometimes have to shoot people who like kid soldiers just because like they're forced to fight them. The whole reason
They
kid
can't
soldiers
do that.
exist
That's a
is-
war crime.
Well, no. The whole point is sometimes that happens in
Punisher
war.
was willing
If
to
you-
kill a child. Yeah, exactly.
The whole
I mean,
point
Punisher's
is
whole
that the
entire
Marines
thing
are
is
trained. Marines are trained to basically fight against the idea of, oh, this is a kid. Like they kill if need be.
Alright.
Is arguably the
Yeah,
most
take care, Zach. Have a good one.
dangerous individual Spider-Man encounters during the entire film. Her telepathy begins with a relatively limited range. She can mentally dominate individuals within roughly a dozen yards of herself. And when her true power finally emerges, that range expands dramatically until she's capable of influencing everyone within approximately a kilometer. And it doesn't stop there. We see her influence continue spreading as the third act progresses. Nearly everyone falls under her control. Heroes, civilians, and
See, it's like, look at this shit. It's like, in the trailer, right, I genuinely thought,
Yeah.
like... Because obviously, like, we know now that Punisher was, like, on the edge of the wall, right? And he was just looking at it. But it's like, in the trailer, I genuinely thought Punisher would just be immune to the mind control. Because he just
I thought
looks...
that
He
too.
looks like he stood, like, amongst the mind-controlled victims.
Yeah, it looks like he's going. Well, it's going like it's gone through the people at the front, going past him, and it's going after the people that are running away. That's what it looks like.
Punisher was crying when Spider-Man woke up in the hospital. Spider-Man would have died as well. She was keeping him alive, even Punisher said it. Well, how the hell could he have known that from the sniping distance?
I mean, the
Like, he-
cyber scope has like a lot of distance.
Like for all hang on, for all Punisher is concerned, she could just be trying to get into his head still. Like she could just be
Yeah.
trying to mind control Peter when he's in like a vulnerable state.
And you can't even argue that she somehow told him before he got there
Yeah.
because he was outside the radius.
control. Heroes, civilians, entire crowds.
See, it's like, again, I find it so hard to believe that Punisher wasn't in this radius when the last time we saw him, he was making a beeline towards, like, the raft. Or, not the raft, but the building that may as well be the raft. Damage control, there you go.
Even Bruce Banner was
Ravencroft.
I was, yeah, Ravencroft. I was gonna say Rikers, but no, that's different. Yeah, Ravencroft. Like, Punisher was, like, around here somewhere.
controlled, but this was before she even realized the full capabilities of her power. So let's just think about this for a second. Bruce Banner has spent decades
How come Spider-Man has endured shotgun shots and explosives to the face, but he can't take a sniper round? Well, it's like, if the sniper round hurts him, I think that's fair, but nearly killing him, I think that's where I draw the line.
Well, he took a bazooka to the face. That's would have been able to kill him by this logic.
Yeah, it's like my man survived, like, a fucking bullet train, and that was, like, yeah, it knocked him out, but, like, yeah, come in! It's like, yeah, it knocked him out, but he recovered, like, quick sticks, you know? He wasn't, like, hospitalized over it.
learning to coexist with another
Oh, and and here's another one, guys. Remember when Savage Hulk dropped, like, a massive, like, oh my goodness, chat, you're gonna love this. Peter basically shrugged off, like, when Savage Hulk slammed concrete on his head. Peter recovered almost instantly, but a sniper... Oh... Real-world guns are more powerful than the Hulk, boys. Let's go.
Axiom saying snipers have more piercing. I mean, kind of, yeah.
What? What did I just hear?
That really awkward moment when a sniper is more powerful than the Incredible Hulk. Let's go, boys. Brand new day, nerfed Hulk. We caught it. 4K. We need a full screen for this.
I mean, you want to know what the biggest proof is?
A
The fact
freaking
that
sniper
Hulk
did
bothered
more
by
damage
Hulk.
to Peter than the Incredible Hulk did. Let's go.
Oh, also, Rift, the fact that Punisher's bullets bothered Hulk than Peter's own attacks.
Snipers solo the Hulk, I know, right? The fucking Space Marines with the sniper build. Yeah, they got this.
Oh yeah, so me as a sniper would definitely have that.
You just get the cloak effect and then... My god, that's actually so
Honestly,
stupid to think about.
How bad this film is, the fact that Hand could even beat Spider-Man, I'm convinced the Space Marines can.
Snipers pierce more. Okay, I don't care if the Hulk's punches don't pierce you as well as a sniper did. They should make you go splat.
Yeah, I mean,
Again, RPG does the same thing, piercing damage from shrapnel. It didn't hurt him at all.
That's a fair point. Yeah, piercing. Yeah, shrapnel. GTA's protagonist could beat the Hulk. Yeah, freaking Trevor with a sniper rifle. He just pops Hulk. That's amazing.
Daredevil can solo Hulk.
Oh my god. I hate
Hey, that's
this.
peak.
People will tell you that this is peak Hulk, by the way.
A-Safe and Bankai can beat MC.
I mean, yeah, of course they can.
Yeah.
A-Safe just has the freaking Stalker bolter rifle. Bankai, he's got the Death Watch. Like, yeah, they just overwhelm him.
I'm gonna be real. I think a fucking dead leaf could.
I'm actually so sad that it took me that long to realize it. A fucking sniper nearly killed him, but Hulk's punches just didn't. I hate it.
Well, he didn't. Well, Professor Hulk.
No,
That's
Savage
not-
Hulk as well. He freaking slammed all that concrete on Peter's head.
Yeah, I'm just simply saying that if Savage Hulk never punches Peter, but yeah, I agree.
Alright, I'm just gonna go and get a cup of tea, and I'll be right back. I'll leave you guys. Actually, you know what? I'll leave you with a puffer in the chair. It's been a while
Puffer.
since I've done that.
All right.
Also,
Jess,
let's
you wanna
just
read the chat for us?
let's just ignore this really awkward angle of Edward Norton that I've paused on. Let's just not talk about this, yeah?
I mean,
The worst possible angle.
Sean Sheep can solo Hulk. Damian Wayne, Robin.
Ooh.
Good. Even Batman from the Nolan trilogy can beat Hulk at this point.
Kyle said.
I think Bane could beat Hulk from the Nolan trilogy.
MCU Spider-Man.
Victory has lost 2 years strength.
For real, a fucking dead leaf that's just fallen off a tree. Could
Does Punisher? Yes, he uses, well, depending, he
change,
uses
you
normal
filthy
firearms,
animal.
depending on...
This just sounds like
Yeah,
a DMC
Punisher
darn
does
type
it.
durability
Like,
thing where Tom
as
has
far as
durable against
the
Punisher.
durability! I mean, the donation! Nailed
yeah, I
it.
was about to say Pimp Demon, the donation.
Puffer is currently looking into the future. And he looks like the I don't know, he looks so cute.
Oh, and plus another thing too is like depending on the version of Punisher, I haven't read a
Pimp
single
Demon.
Punisher comic, but like Punisher can get a lot of weapons really quickly.
Pimp Demon. This just sounds like, thank you very much for the $10, by the way. This just sounds like a Devil May Cry Dante durability thing, where Tom is way more durable against blunt force, but weak against piercing. I would agree if it was like Iron Man's nanotech, but a fucking sniper? Like, really? Like, if it was like, oh, whoops, wrong one. Like, if it, like, you know, like, the blades that, like, or, you know, like, the vibranium blades or shit
Yeah.
like that. It's like, if one of those cut Spider-Man, I wouldn't care. But it's like... Like, if it was like a vibranium sword or some shit, it's like, yeah, I'd understand. Or like Wolverine's claws. But it's like, a sniper? It's pretty
I mean,
embarrassing.
they did do that. I mean, they did do that in the comics,
I just
but
wanna
it's
say-
the last.
Andrew got shot. See, again,
RPG.
Yeah, Wealthy makes a really good point. Andrew got shot in the leg with a sniper rifle, and he still went on to fight Lizard.
Yeah.
Incorrect. That's incorrect. He got shot by a firearm, but that's besides the point.
Well, didn't he get shot by, like, a taser or some, like, from
Yeah,
a...
a taser.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when he swung away and the cop shot his leg.
But it's like, it's just ridiculous that bullets can stop Spider-Man. It's like Steve Rogers, he was shot twice in the stomach, and he still fell from a, he still fell from the Triskelion, and he still survived.
I've got a safe.
Also, you guys are talking about a sniper. Didn't Daredevil survive a sniper?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it messed him up, but he wasn't, like, hospitalized over it.
No, that
No.
was a handgun again.
That was what, sorry?
That was a
That was
handgun.
hand.
Punisher shot him in the head.
So he did survive a sniper, though.
Yeah.
I don't think he. Did he? I don't.
Yeah,
remember
he
him
got
surviving.
he got sniped by Bullseye.
Yeah, he got sniped by Bullseye, and then in season 2 he got shot in the head, but he was wearing his armor, and he got shot in the head by Punisher.
That really
Well,
And then
awkward.
he also got sliced
regardless.
up by Nobu.
That really
Well,
awkward.
Again,
hang on.
the two things to bring up
That really
in
awkward.
regards to
That really awkward moment when the Mark 1 Iron Man suit is more durable than Spider-Man. Let's go, boys.
I'm just gonna say this: two things debunk, like, prove he's nerfed. One, he dodged lightning in the past. Two, he survived an RPG.
Yeah, fair point. A gym bro can survive Hulk and Spider-Man. That's fucking lol.
I'm just going to say there's a comment by Axiom for A-Safe. It says, A-Safe, do you really think this sniper thing is really a big deal? It's just typical comic stuff where guns scale across tiers.
Hang on.
Well, it's one thing if Punisher was established to have, like, you know, armor-piercing rounds or something, or a special sniper bullet, but it's never established.
Let me just, I hate this comment real quick. Bullets have to be able to stop Spider-Man or else you lose stakes. Spider-Man is a street tier character. He needs to be able to be killed by bullets. Yeah, MCU Spider-Man's a street tier. You know, the same guy who went into space to fight Thanos? The same guy who fought, like, aliens and has, like, nanotech and all kinds of crazy shit. It's like, yeah, dude, he's totally a street tier character.
Also, in most stories, when Spider-Man is threatened by bullets, they're either lasers, military grade, or armor piercing. Like, even in the comics in the Ultimate series, like, when he gets shot by Punisher, it's implied to be, like, anti-superhuman.
Let's take a look at what he says regarding the mind control. I'm curious about this.
Decades learning to coexist.
Also, I'm gonna be completely honest, Spider-Man is just not a street tier anymore. Like, in terms of, like, operating at street level, fair, but in terms of power, he's way above street tier.
With another consciousness living inside of his own mind. His entire life has revolved around discipline, emotional control, and maintaining mastery over his thoughts so the Hulk doesn't take over. But Jean...
Oh yeah, that's another good thing about Brand New Day. Bruce Banner spent literal years, like, performing, like, discipline and all kinds of stuff to keep the Hulk in. Meanwhile, Brand New Day, my man is shitting himself just because he lost the inhibitor. It's like, what happened to containing the Hulk without the inhibitor that you did for so many years? You literally did that for, like, an entire year. You went an entire year without becoming the Hulk, without an inhibitor. It's like, my man Bruce's mind, his mind got crippled.
I mean, the only context that I have for that is probably... Keep in mind, I hate the context, but, like, it makes sense for the movie, even though I hate it. Hulk was acting on defense while Jean was trying to mind control him. Or while
Riff, do you think if a bullet shot Toby in the head, he would survive from that? That's a straw man, because the bullet that hit Tom didn't hit him in the head.
breaks through anyway, and this is
So that's a false equivalence right there.
A weaker version of Jean than Spider-Man is able to resist. Even after Jean levels up her power, Spider-Man still resists her entirely. Peter remains completely immune while everyone around him loses control. Jean eventually realizes that something is wrong and begins focusing specifically on him. And even while only standing a few feet away, Peter continues resisting. While it's clear she is stronger than she was before...
I don't know what it is. She kind of reminds me of Jenna Ortega in this shot. I don't know.
Also, can I just say something? If the whole reason Peter's immune to her mind control is because he has a strong will, number one, are you saying other characters here don't have strong wills? And two, I don't believe this guy has a strong will, at least pre-No Way Home. After No Way Home, maybe, but it's like Jean would have definitely mind controlled Peter before Brand New Day.
I mean, I would say in the context, she probably didn't know about Spider-Man beforehand. It's very weird on what happened off screen.
It's like it's like Peter just for some reason has like... I'd also point out that this just doesn't make any sense, because at the start of the film, it's implied that she did get in his head.
Well,
yeah, but
it's like she read his
she
mind,
could
but she can't mind control him, basically.
Well, yeah, but it's like... if anything, I think that's a problem. It's like, she was already able to read his mind. She got a massive amp, and now all of a sudden she can't do shit unless Peter lets her into his mind. Like, Peter's will didn't get amped, and he's currently not using the mutation. Because the mutation is something that, like, comes and goes. Like, it's not, like, he could, like, even without the inhibitor, it's like, he's not, like, black eyes all the time. So it's like, for the most part, it is still just base Peter with organic webs. Or, like, maybe slightly above base. But it's like... But he doesn't have like the black eyes where like the spider hormones are vastly outweighing his human biology.
Yeah.
So it's like
I just
don't know how he did this.
Like I think that it was the spider hormones before this point because the spider hormones were acting purely as a defensive mechanism up until here.
But it's like, he resists her mind control before the mutation even takes effect, so like, I just don't know what happens. Like when, like at the start of the film, when like, she tries mind controlling him and it fails. It's like, the mutation wasn't happening at that point.
Yeah.
Spider-Man can still move and speak under his own will. Eventually, Jean is only able to enter his mind because Peter allows her to, and that's an incredibly important detail.
He was able to control the mutation at the end of the film, which I think is bullshit that he's just able to suddenly do it. Like, it doesn't feel earned at all. But, like, that's kind of what I mean. It's like he can control it.
It's the same problem with Far From Home.
It's like he can control the mutation, so it's like he's not, like, super ragey, super strong, like, all the time, right? It's like his spider sense is stronger, he has organic webs, but for the most part, he's still, like, base Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, I just look at it like Professor Hulk, honestly, where they both found like a mutual respect for each other. Whereas like, yeah,
which I think is
powerful, but like,
I'm gonna be completely honest. The fact that Peter forgives Jean Grey, I think, is terrible.
Doesn't force her way in. She doesn't overpower him. Peter chooses to let her in because doing so is the only way to reach her. Even after she enters his memories, Peter never completely loses himself. He's still aware of what's happening around him, and he's still capable of making decisions. And then the movie gives us perhaps the single most ridiculous sensory feat we've ever seen from a live-action Spider-Man. While trapped inside his own mind, Peter hears Frank Castle. More specifically, he hears the Punisher quietly chambering around into his sniper rifle from well over a kilometer away. While engaged...
If he can control the mutation, he can gain the buff without being in the rage. Well, I'm not sure he can, though, because, like, if he can control... Because part of the reason why he has the rage is because of the spider hormones. But it's like... I don't know how that would work. It's like he can control how much of the hormones he uses, but the hormones surely bring the rage. So it's like, I'm genuinely... I don't know how that works.
I mean, in context, the rage is not here anymore. He fully accepts it.
He's stronger Spider-Man than Toby and Andrew. I fully disagree. If you're talking, like, fully mutated Tom, then possibly. But if we're talking, like, base Tom, not a chance. Like, this film nerfs the shit out of both Hulk and Spider-Man. It's very difficult to actually, like, make the argument that he's the strongest of the three.
You can't take it seriously.
It's like, it's to the point where it's like, okay, replace Tom with Toby or Andrew. I think they would have just done better in most scenarios in this film. Like, do you really think Andrew Garfield is gonna get tagged by an RPG? Or, like, a point-blank gunshot? Like, not a chance.
We see him, like, he's able to dodge lightning.
He's able to literally dodge fully automatic gunfire whilst moving towards someone. Like, fucking Tasm Peter is fast as fuck. He's fast as fuck, boy. Had to do it at least once.
An
he just wasn't
entirely
fast enough to
separate
save
psychic
one.
confrontation with Jean Grey. That level of perception is...
Andrew's Spider-Man is the weakest. I fully disagree. He's not the strongest, but you can argue he's above Tom. No Way Home Tom, at least. And you can argue that he's much faster than Brand New Day Tom, at least.
Mm.
insane.
It's like No Way Home just buffed Andrew.
We've seen Spider-Man dodge bullets. We've even seen them react to lightning. But we've never seen anything quite like this. Of course, these new sensory abilities...
We've never seen anything like this.
Never
He gets hit by a sniper round.
So we never seen anything like this. He's shot by a sniper. Oh wait, I said in the past he dodges lightning. Well, like, how can you be more dense than that? Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but seriously.
Didn't Andrew get tagged by a police shot? That was first movie Andrew. It's like TASM 2. TASM 2, he gets way faster.
Yeah.
What does he say? Hang on, I just want to rewatch what he says here.
Well over a kilometer away, while engaged in an entirely separate psychic confrontation with Jean Grey. That level of perception is insane. We've seen Spider-Man dodge bullets. We've even seen them react to lightning. But we've never seen anything quite like this. Of course.
But it's like, I find it a little dishonest to say that, considering Toby and Andrew, as far as we're aware at least, hasn't gone up against a mind control, like, opponent.
Yeah. And also as well, too...
They can't be the same.
Yeah. And also, I want to point out this as well. Peter didn't hear the bullet until, like, the last second. And also,
Oh, fucking
if I
hell, we've got...
disconnect from the call.
Oh, bloody hell, the MCU fanboys have just found the stream. Toby is the second weakest Spidey. Okay, buddy, sure.
Wait, also, real quick, if I disconnect from the call, it is about to storm where I am, so...
MCU Spider-Man was fatigued and had broken bones in the final battle. That's irrelevant because he was still worse than the other Spideys before that. He was worse against Goblin and Ock than Toby was. He was worse against Base Electro than Andrew was. And he was not, like, injured at that point. So I don't know what to say. What's the fastest live-action Spider-Man? Definitely isn't Tom because of this film. This film nerfed Tom's speed by a ridiculous margin.
I would say Andrew has consistent the best feats. It's just that Toby did outpace him once in a shootout.
I think the difference between...
That means PS5 Peter beats Toby. I've no idea how you came to that conclusion. Like, we're not talking about Insomniac Spider-Man.
Of course, these new sensory abilities aren't the only permanent change. The organic webbing deserves some discussion as well. For years, one of the defining characteristics of this version of Spider-Man was his homemade web shooters. Peter invented them himself while still in high school. That accomplishment has always been one of his best demonstrations of his intelligence.
See, that's something as well, yeah, first of all, Andrew also did that. But it's like,
and every other
most Spider-Men did it as well, I'd point out. But it's like, which would mean 2008 Hulk beats Thanos. Not even remotely true. I feel like you're rage baiting at this point. But, what was I gonna say then? Yeah, like, I find it so funny how people are like, oh yeah, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the most comic accurate, right? And you ask them, why? And they're like, oh, web shooters, bro. Like, he made web shooters. I'm like, okay, Brand New Day. Fucking, he has Toby's webs now. Oh, guys, Toby's such a crap Spider-Man. Why? He's the only one that doesn't have he's the only one that doesn't have web shooters. I'm like, okay, well, Tom has just copied him. It's like, Andrew's the most comic accurate now by that logic. Toby is the least accurate. That is bullshit, and you know it. Literally, the first 45 minutes of Spider-Man 1 is ripped straight from Ditko's original run of Spider-Man. Don't even try say Toby is the least accurate. That is horseshit, and you know
Tom is the least accurate. Hey, you know why? Want to know why Tom is the least accurate? He gets funded by a billionaire, and all his problems are not really relatable. He causes his own problems.
If anything, I'd argue that Tom is easily the least accurate.
Andrew's the most accurate.
You could argue
no,
Andrew is accurate too, because his first love interest is Gwen, the death of Gwen Stacy. Like,
I would say
stuff
that
like that.
Toby.
There's an amalgamation of OG Ultimate in there.
I would say that Toby overall is the most accurate, but he's not perfect. Like, his first villain is Green Goblin. It is what it is. Like, obviously,
Well,
I don't think that any of the. Hang on, I'm just gonna settle this debate right now. None of the Spider-Men are 100% comic accurate. I just think that Toby is like the closest. Like, his origin story is basically perfect when it comes to nailing the comics. There's, like, basically all of the iconic side characters. Betty Brant, Robbie Robertson, J. Jonah Jameson, obviously. The Muppet who gets robbed. You have Dennis Carradine. You have, like, most of his iconic villains. Sandman, Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Venom, New Goblin. It's like Gwen Stacy and MJ. It's the only one of the three to have Gwen Stacy and MJ. It's like, I think he is the closest to being the most comic accurate.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Like...
Wait, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, yeah, Toby isn't perfect. I wouldn't consider him perfect at all, but, like, he is the closest to being the most comic accurate out of the three.
Yeah, Aka the Man Bear says, to be fair to Tom, Peter does get organic webs in the comics due to mutations. That is true.
Yeah, he loses it after the mutation subsided.
Well, no, but the point,
but it's like
the point I'm making is people like to shit on Toby because organic webs. Meanwhile, you're right, he had organic webs in the comics at one point. But the context behind that is he went back to the web shooters. Tom probably isn't gonna do that. So, again, it's like, it just feels like, it feels hypocritical, or like fanboyish. It's like, oh, we hate Toby because of this. We love Tom because of this same reason. You know, it's like, make your mind up.
Yeah. It's just like, don't get me wrong, like, while I do like Brand New Day, like, I give it a 9 out of 10. I still like Tom is good at the moment right now. This is a solid start. But I still like Andrew and Toby.
Also, the thing that really annoys me is when people say Toby was a good Peter but a meh Spider-Man, Andrew was a good Spider-Man but a meh Peter, Tom is the best of both, therefore he's the most comic accurate. That is the most shallow, weak argument I've heard ever. Like, I hate that. It's the most... It's like, congrats, you're well done. Tom nails the most basic traits of Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Who cares? Like, he's nerdy and he's funny. It's like... That's a bad statement. Tom is the best of both, bro. Not for the reason I just pointed out. Because, again, he nails the very basic traits, but then when you actually watch him, he's nothing like Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's like, you could argue Andrew represents Peter when he's at his most arrogant as Spider-Man, and then you can argue Toby's the most like Peter in terms of, oh, the everyday person. And even as Spider-Man, he does...
But it's like, I just don't... Like, it's just the most, like, bare bones, basic bitch argument. It's like, oh, Tom is funny as Spider-Man, and he's nerdy as Peter, therefore he wins. It's like, congrats. You gave him one adjective, and suddenly he solos. Like, it's just so... I don't know. To me, it's a juvenile argument, I'll be honest. Like,
also, can I just say one last thing before we continue? If you're going to really say that about Tom, compare him to other versions of Spider-Man that get it right for Peter and Spider-Man.
Tom was the most heroic... Hang on.
Look
Hang on. Tom was the most heroic Spider-Man. Get fucked. Not even close.
Yeah, he's the same person who said, this is not my problem in No Way Home. Bullshit.
Wait. And also, if we're gonna bring up Far From
Tom is
Home,
Tom is so heroic, guys. That's why when Mysterio said he needed Spider-Man's help in Far From Home and Peter said no, and he was making up excuses to not help Far From Home Mysterio, quote unquote, save the world. He's so heroic, guys.
oh, and also he let Beck bleed out.
It doesn't even matter. It's the fact that he doesn't... Even in Homecoming, he stops being Spider-Man when he's grounded.
Yeah, like how he's not heroic in the slightest. You want to know what is heroic? Saving someone from a burning building when you didn't even have superpowers at the time. That is heroic. It's like Tom was trying not to save people when he had superpowers. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Doesn't take that away from him.
But anyway, he's
But
he's talking about intelligence now. I want to hear this.
Mechanical web shooters still represent one of Peter's greatest inventions, but he simply just doesn't need them anymore. And speaking of intelligence, he was able to match wits with Bruce Banner, and in just a couple days, made a custom inhibitor chip that could dampen the superpowers of any being, no matter what. I think this is just another of the many examples of Spider-Man being smarter than Bruce and even Tony Stark.
What the fuck? Not even remotely true. See, okay. Inhibitors are something that have existed in the MCU for years now. Like,
Even in Civil War.
even in Civil War with Scarlet Witch. Like, inhibitors have existed for ages, right?
Just because he made one universal, that doesn't make it Nobel Prize winning.
It's like... See, here's the thing. It's like, okay, making a universal inhibitor, I would say that that is very impressive. Because he could basically cure Bruce Banner's, like the issue that he had with, like... But it's like, Bruce already did that when he had, like, I forget how he made the original inhibitor. Was it, like, Wakanda helped him or some shit?
Well, it's
No,
just
no,
like,
no.
regardless, the simple argument is Tony solved time travel.
It's like, Tony Stark basically did, like... Tony built the Iron Man suit in a cave with a bunch of scraps. It's like, he created a new element. He made a suit of armor capable of housing the Infinity Stones. He solved time travel. He created Vision alongside Bruce Banner. It's like...
And he also accidentally created Ultron at the same time.
Also, Bruce, this is something we discussed last night, but Bruce Banner in the MCU is set up as a prop for people now. He's no longer the smart guy in the room.
Also,
Tony.
Also,
He's always
Gavin,
propped up
hang on.
by
Gavin, I'm gonna disagree with you there. You said Cap, he stays being Spider-Man on screen. In Homecoming, he literally gives up being Spider-Man because he loses the Stark suit. It's only after he discovers that Vulture is Liz's dad that he actually gets off his ass to stop him.
If Vulture was anyone else, he would have done jack shit.
Also, I don't give a fuck if he's wearing the Spider-Man costume if he's not doing heroic things. It's like, by that logic, Andrew was heroic as Spider-Man when he was hunting down all of the Dennis Carradine lookalikes in TASM 1. It's like, okay, he's wearing the costume, he's using the spider powers, but he's literally, like, a vengeance, like, getting revenge. Like, I don't...
He doesn't kill
like,
anyone.
it's like, by
hands
that...
them to the cops, but still.
It's like, by that logic, J. Jonah Jameson is a good Spider-Man because he wore the fucking costume in that deleted scene.
Oh, wait, real quick.
Like,
also,
again-
if Tom stayed being Spider-Man...
I'd also point out as well, hang on.
No.
I'd also point out as well that, sorry to interrupt, but it's like, I hate the idea that giving up being Spider-Man makes you bad when that is comic accurate.
Also, giving up depends on context. Like, one, if your life is going to shit or something very traumatic happens to you. However, if you're just stop being Spider-Man because you don't feel like it, not because you need a break or something bad happened to you, then it's unjustifiable.
Yeah. Like, for example, and like, I'm going to use Far From Home again. Like, there are multiple moments where Mysterio flat out says that the elementals are coming to take over the planet, and he just says, no. I want to
And
be
you
on
can't even
vacation."
make the argument that he's traumatized by Endgame because he was Spider-Man for months after Endgame.
I just hate this argument, because it's like, to some extent, I agree with it. Like, obviously he gets involved in Infinity War when he really doesn't have to. He what's his face?
Yeah.
He does have heroic moments for sure. Like, I'm not trying to say he's like complete shit.
Mhm.
Like, obviously in Infinity War, that's probably one of the better versions of Peter. But the problem is it's
Yeah.
just not consistent.
Well, it's just the case that even if he has heroic moments, the fact that he's unheroic when he should be is a problem compared to the other two.
He never quit being Spider-Man in Homecoming. They show
Yep.
it one day in school.
Yes, he did.
Well, no, because they established that
He did.
Homecoming is like weeks away. So it's like bare minimum he quit being
For
Spider-Man for a few weeks. But
And
it's like
he didn't try to stop Vulture or track him down. He basically said, "Oh, I don't care if Vulture gets away."
I think the biggest it's
Yeah.
like the big issue that I have is you shouldn't have to quit being Spider-Man because you lost the Stark suit when you were Spider-Man for months before you
Before
even
that.
met Iron Man.
Yeah.
If Peter cared about being Spider-Man for the right reasons, he would still be Spider-Man regardless if he had the Stark suit or not. If anything, I think Tom saying "I'm nothing without this suit" shouldn't exist if he actually was Spider-Man
that's
for the
why-
right reason.
And that's why I like Tom Holland's Spider-Man in Civil War, because he actually like feels like Spider-Man.
Yeah. Like, I like
Basically-
him in Homecoming, but it's weird.
Well, it's just a case that the fact that Peter in Homecoming even suggested that he's nothing without the suit proves he's not heroic for the right reasons.
I just
Yeah.
well, it's like, see, this is the thing. It's so funny to me when I'm not like lumping you in with this, Gavin, because you know you're relatively chill as far as MCU Spider-Man fans go. But it's like, I like Tom in Civil War, like I do. He's
In
good.
the crossovers, he's perfect.
But it's like, yeah, like in the crossovers, he's really good. Like Endgame, he's like no
War.
issues. Like yeah, sure, he has like 2 minutes of screen time at most, but it's like he's genuinely awesome in Endgame.
If you remove the solo films for MCU Spider-Man, I would say he's a pretty good Spider-Man if you just include Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Just
Yeah.
those three, perfect. Or at least close to good enough.
I'm 12, but I'll let that slide, buddy. I don't know what your age has to do with anything, but okay. Fair. Good for you, I guess. I am twice your age and more. Don't I
Also,
feel old yet?
Age is no guarantee of maturity.
And youth is
Yeah.
no guarantee of innovation.
That too.
If you know, you know. I wonder if
I
you
know.
actually... Do you actually get that reference?
I do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, fair enough. I'm so glad. We were on a wavelength there, right there. Tom is the smartest. It's like, he may be the smartest academically, but he's the least competent.
Also, I would say this. Academic smarts isn't really an overall intelligence. That's like saying, do you know what the difference between a savant and someone who's just like a genius, for example?
But it's like, I'm just gonna, like... I just want to establish various things. It's like, okay, so... Tom made the web shooters. It's like, Andrew's done that. Most versions of Spider-Man have done that. It's like, Tom made inhibitors. It's like, inhibitors have existed in the MCU for years now. The universal one, that's impressive. But, like, the inhibitor for, like, other shit, it's like... That's existed in the MCU for ages. Like, making the cures for the villains. Literally all three of them did that. And it's implied that Toby and Andrew were, like, the MVPs, because they actually knew how to cure their villains. Like, it's implied that they thought about curing them for ages. Excuse me. What else?
He made AI like Tony.
He made an AI like Tony.
That's not really that impressive. AIs can self-develop themselves, and plus, they're more like UIs instead of pure AIs. So I wouldn't
I'd
consider
also-
that impressive.
I'd also point out that Siri exists. Like,
Yeah,
unironically, real humans have created, like, AI. like... But yeah, like...
Just put it like this.
This is the thing, right? It's like, okay... I'm not trying to say that Tom's a dumbass, but it's like,
I also
most of
think he
this... But it's like, No Way Home especially can't speak. No Way Home especially kind of evened the playing field, where it's like, okay, like, multiversal concepts, it's like Andrew knows a ton about that. We see that. Toby probably knows the same, but we just don't see it on screen. Like, what else?
At the end of the day, can I just say this?
Like,
right?
web shooters, we've gone over that. he's definitely not smarter than Iron Man. Like, see, again, it's like, Tom is intelligent. I'm not taking that away from him, but it's like...
He's not as smart as people give him credit for.
Exactly. By that logic, Toby is the smartest. By what logic? It's like, I'm just pointing out that, like, people overhype Tom's intelligence, because it's like, the other two Spideys, like, outdo him in some ways, or they match him in certain areas of expertise.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the most important thing that they have that Tom doesn't is conscientiousness. The ability to see a problem and understand what causes it and understands the consequences of it.
Tom wins nostalgia, kid, keep coping. See, again, that is, like, first of all, what is wrong with nostalgia? You cunt. But also, who's coping here? Like, we're relaying things from the films. How is that coping?
If your argument evolves to saying you're coping instead of giving an argument, then you're the one coping.
But it's like, I also just want to take a moment to, like, talk about this. People treat nostalgia like it's an awful thing. It's like, I think nostalgia's great. Nostalgia, nostalgia helps you remember something positively, which is a good thing. Positivity should exist. Tom wins Lamau. See, here's the thing. Hang on. Eternal, this is the problem, right? You came into the stream, you saw that I am not overly positive towards Tom's Spider-Man, and instead of actually giving me reasons as to why Tom's great, you're just saying Tom wins. Like, you do realize I believe my stance more now, right? Like, you are defending Tom's Spider-Man, and you come into the stream with no arguments at all. You are part of the problem.
If you can't back it up.
Actually, like, at the very least, Gavin. It's like, Gavin's, like, not even 15 years old, and he's actually giving better arguments than you. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, again, like, no one gives a fuck. It's like, yeah, all three of them have their good moments. All three of them have their bad moments as well. But it's like, you just come into the stream and you act like an asshole. It's like, you are the problem.
Combined with everything...
Hold on a minute. Kakarot Star says, Crisis was right about us Spider-Man fans. We're the worst fan base.
So it's like, I don't even think all of us are bad.
I think Spider-Man fans...
I think Eternal is... I think that Spider-Man fans are passionate, and there's nothing wrong with passion. But I think I think people like Eternal are the issues. They just show up and they're like, oh yeah, this guy wins because I say so. If you disagree, you're capping. It's like...
The problem
it's like, go back to school.
Spider-Man are, like, all over the place, but I would say the one thing that everyone shares is we want Spider-Man to be good. The problem is people either accept mediocrity, or we want something that the writers don't give us. But regardless, the whole problem is if you scapegoat or gatekeep, then you're the problem.
Yeah, because it's like, because here's the thing, like, keep in mind, like, I can understand, like, I'm gonna use this for example. I can understand why Rift and Ace don't like Brand New Day. I like Brand New Day. I give it a 9 out of 10. That doesn't mean that, like, I'm going to completely just shit on them for not liking the movie.
But it's like, I like parts of Brand New Day, and I think it's a very enjoyable film. But when you think about the plot, my god, it makes no sense.
Here's my hot take. It's the fact that Brand New Day, the level of competency and where Peter's at, we should have had since Homecoming. The fact that Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home even exist, just to get where Brand New Day is. Brand New Day is basically Peter if he had his origin from the get-go.
Alright, let's actually...
The home trilogy was a waste of time.
I wanna get through this if we can. So Jess, you're the final one, and then we're gonna keep going.
Well, I was just about to say, like, the reason why I gave, like, Brand New Day a 7 out of 10 was because, like, for entertainment wise, it's fine, but honestly, I prefer, like, for terms of, like, scaling, even though I'm still new to it all, in terms of scaling, I think the home films are probably better than the Brand New Day one, in my opinion. Like, I'd prefer to talk more about Tom in the Homecoming films than Brand New Day.
I'm just gonna Eternal. I'm gonna ask you a simple question, right? First of all, what is a problem with nostalgia? Because nostalgia helps people remember things positively, which is a good thing. And secondly, what issues do you have with Tobey's Spider-Man? Give me actual points. Don't just say, oh, he's bad because he's bad. Give me actual arguments. I want to hear why you think Tobey's bad.
No matter what. I think this is just another of the many examples of Spider-Man being smarter.
Give me, like, your top 5 biggest problems with Tobey's Spider-Man. I want to hear them.
Than Bruce and even Tony Stark. Combined with everything else that we've discussed, it creates a version of Spider-Man that's operating on an entirely different level.
Also, I think I've just remembered something. Doesn't MJ actually come in clutch when it comes to making the inhibitor?
Yeah, she basically solved the problem.
Like Peter basically has no. Hang on. It's like Peter. I've just remembered that. Yeah, like Peter is making the inhibitor and he fucks it up and it goes wrong. And MJ comes in clutch and, like, makes it for him. Or, like, she solves the problem.
Yeah, well, so you can't even credit to him alone.
Well, it's like, in context, the inhibitor was malfunctioning because of his mask, so she had to go through and...
Well, no, but...
I mean, in context, MJ was...
Well, no, but Peter himself didn't notice that, but it's like MJ did. So it's like he didn't even make the inhibitor, like, by himself. It was like a team effort.
Yeah.
So you can't even attribute everything, like his feat to No Way Home by himself. In fact, he needed Bruce's like insight to even come up with the idea.
Hang on, he actually commented. I want to respond to this. Tobey is boring, irrelevant. That's just subjective. Hang on, that's just subjective. He's outdated. Again, that's also subjective. Comic Spider-Man is outdated, but he's still good. There's no other heroes. That's not true. Harry was a hero at the end of the film. Doc Ock sacrificed himself. Mary Jane... See, again, this is what I'm talking about. This is the most basic, this is the most basic criticism. Argument. Well, no. It's the most basic, bare-bones criticism. There's no other heroes in the verse. It's like, okay, what about the heroes that are in the verse? Mary Jane cheats. Okay, fair enough. Have a nice day. Tobey cheats? When the fuck does Tobey... Outside of... Oh, are you talking about when he's under the black suit? Like, with Gwen? Yeah, yeah, fantastic argument. Black suit Peter acts like an asshole. Wow. Tell me you don't know Spider-Man without telling me you don't know Spider-Man. He's weak and the fanboys are dumb. I could say the same thing about you with Tom. That's a nothing argument.
None of these are arguments. They're all subjective. Objective arguments is bringing up something where, oh, Tobey was a bad person, like, because he did this. Like, for example, like, MJ cheating on Peter, that's bad. There's no subjectivity about it. And you could even make the argument Tobey is, like, inconsistent in Spider-Man 3 because he acts so cocky. But it's like, those are arguments.
Hang on.
You can't even do those.
MJ cheated once in each film. Yeah, MJ is bad. I agree with you in that. MJ's shit. He means when he kissed Gwen at the Spider Celebration. See, it's like, I don't have an issue with that particular kiss, because obviously, like, people kiss each other, right? Like, friends, especially at award ceremonies. I think the issue is just how he kissed her. Like, he kissed her the same way he kissed MJ for the first time. I think that's the problem. Like, if he had, like... If he, like, yeah, if she had, like, a kiss on the cheek, or even, like, a kiss on the lips, but he was, like, not upside down. It's like, I think that would have been fine. To be honest. Because it's like, how many times do you see that at award ceremonies, for instance, where, like, the nomination goes up to receive the prize, and they have the announcer or what have you, they give them, like, a kiss or, like, a hug or some shit. It's like, it's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
But it's like, at the end of the day, there are arguments to why Tobey's not the best, but you're not bringing them up.
I disagree with that take. I mean, it is what it is, though. Like, I think that the kiss isn't the problem. It's how Peter condoned himself with the kiss.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you can kiss me, but he goes in with the tongue and everything. He could have just said on the cheek, something.
Yeah, it's like if she gave Spider-Man, like, a kiss on the cheek, it's like, who would have given a fuck? No one. It's like, wow, you're giving, like, the superhero who saved your life a kiss on the cheek. Whoop-de-doo. Who cares? It's not a kiss on the lips, you know?
And say, a lot of the time, when people kiss on the cheek, it's either greetings or in terms of appreciations.
Yeah.
Which is exactly
Like
what
this
was
is like this is normal. Like this happens IRL. It's like the problem is that he kissed her upside down. That's the issue. But anyways, let's just keep on going.
Than the one that we met in Civil War. He's stronger, he's more experienced, his senses have evolved, his webbing has evolved, and perhaps most importantly, he's no longer relying on Tony Stark's technology to bridge the gap between himself and stronger opponents.
I mean, he is using a fabricator. Granted, you could argue he made it himself, though. I don't think it's confirmed if he did that.
I'm just going to say this.
I'm assuming
Tom was carried so much.
I'm assuming
Like,
he did. Hang on. I'm assuming he did make this fabricator because the one at the condo would surely have been seized.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
Yeah,
But
so
I'm just
Peter
gonna
made
say
a
this.
fabricator, which is very impressive.
I'm just going to say it took him long enough. Like, this is the thing I want to say. Even if Peter was independent for 4 years after No Way Home, there are other Spider-Men who have been doing it for much longer without backup or help. Tom was still carried.
Toby is stupid. He didn't make webs, and I think that's
And
I think that take has aged really poorly because this fucker has organic webs now. So it's like that take is just that is a non-argument now.
Also,
He
you're
kissed a
implying
girl
Toby can't make it. Like, you're implying Toby can't make organic webs when it's implied he can in No Way Home. It's just that he doesn't have to. And
Well,
two,
no,
he was concept to make it in the first place. They
Well,
just
no, I
chose
don't.
organic webs.
Well, no, I don't even care about that. It's like Tom has organic webs now. It's like, what's your point? And also, again, it's like I think the kiss with Gwen would have been acceptable if it was like a kiss on the cheek, because it's like people do that IRL. It's like that's pretty fucking common.
His own body.
Tom also used Shocker Gauntlet to stagger the Hulk. Yeah, he got one hit in, and then Hulk was like, nah, fam. Hulk remembered getting beaten into the ground by the rapid punches from the Hulkbuster. He was like, nah, not this time. Boy.
Not today, sunshine.
He had PTSD from Thor's fucking lightning. He was like, nah, fam. I ain't gonna...
Nah.
Hulk
I
was...
think what got him.
Hulk...
I think what
See, the
got
real
him
the
was
real
Mark
problem... The real problem is that Hulk is a ground-type Pokemon. And Peter tried using a lightning move. It had no effect. That's all there is to it.
Has become stronger. So, is the argument finally over? I think so.
I mean, the argument won't be over because, like, Toby and Andrew are probably going to return in Secret Wars and Doomsday. And it's like the argument will just keep on coming back. The only
Rip,
the only
one more
way that
thing,
the
too.
hang on, the only way that the argument will end is when all three of these fuckers retire. That's it.
Yeah.
And even then, it probably still won't end.
Yeah. Oh, and by
Let's
the
be
way,
honest.
Rip, there was something of a rumor going on that Andrew might get the black suit. So I'm just like, so we're gonna have two black suit Spider-Man that are gonna upscale again. So it's like I'm gonna be very confused on where they scale because at the moment Toby is still stronger.
4 years ago, I argued that Marvel Cinematic Universe's...
The argument ended a long time ago, but nostalgia keep making it. I find that a little ironic, considering you're the MCU fanboy and you are still making it. Like,
Hey, Riff,
you can't blame this on others.
Argument. Riff, I have a perfect counter argument.
Go on.
No Way Home literally exists for nostalgia. And it's
That is a
not
fair
Tom's
point.
Film, it's the Spider-Man's. It's the other Spider-Man's film. If nostalgia, like if you're saying nostalgia's bad, then you should hate No Way Home and the fact that the other Spider-Men steal the spotlight and Tom really isn't the main focus.
Again, like, I know that this isn't gonna happen, right? But just imagine how angry the MCU Spider-Man fanboys would be if Toby is the one to defeat Doctor Doom in Doomsday. I know it has a 0% chance of happening, but just imagine if it did. Like, Andrew and Toby came in and they whooped Doom's ass. Like, I know it has a 0% chance of happening, like, this is just speculation, but just imagine how angry they'd be if that happened.
Spider-Man was already the strongest live-action Spider-Man, even if many people weren't ready to admit it yet. Since then, he spent 4 years protecting New York almost entirely on his own. He's continued refining his abilities. He's matured as both Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
What arguments does Toby have over Andrew as win-cons? Isn't Andrew too fast? Originally he was, but No Way Home, they were kind of all, like, relative in speed. So it's like, okay, Toby's, like, possibly stronger. He has the organic webs, possibly more experience.
In all honesty, you can say that Andrew's still faster, but Toby's not that far behind because Andrew did shoot first, but Toby did tag him first.
Yeah, it's like Andrew is more agile. He's possibly smarter. I think he has a better fighting style than Toby because he interacts with the environment way better than Toby does.
He's more agile.
Yeah. So it's like Andrew. I think Andrew versus
adaptive. He also adapts better compared to the other two.
Yeah, it's like I think Andrew is like when it comes to power levels at least, I think Andrew is easily the most underrated. Like people say he's fodder. It's like I think he's pretty fucking cool. Andrew did better against Lizard than Tom did. Yeah. So like No Way Home like buffed him a little bit.
Eternal. If No Way Home is one of the worst Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, then explain to me why you're saying Tom is the best whenever like
Also,
Also,
can I just point out how ironic that statement was? It was good because they passed the torch to Tom. Yeah, meanwhile, it took them fucking 5 years to make No Way Home. Like, oh, they were passing the torch to Tom. It's like, what about Homecoming, Civil War, Infinity War, and Far From Home, and Endgame? Were they just not passing the torch to him then?
Why did it take him this long to get to get where he's at when most Spider-Man get past this point, like where Tom was at Civil War? Civil War, Tom
it is
already had
see again. Don't even at this point. Just ignore him. Like I feel like he's just rage baiting. He even says Andrew's fodder, but he's better than Toby. It's like he's just a Toby hater. Just ignore him. We're not gonna get any intelligent arguments out of this guy, so it doesn't even matter.
And now, after undergoing a literal biological evolution, he's demonstrating...
I shouldn't have to wait a decade for Peter to become Spider-Man. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this motherfucker needed 5 years to have the great power with great responsibility line. He needed more fucking films than Toby and Andrew put together. Like, that's actually disgusting.
Yeah.
You know what's actually funny about that?
Really think about that. Toby and Andrew, between the two of them, had 5 films. This fucker needed 5 films to have the great power with great responsibility line. And
which they accomplished in like the first hour.
And I'd also
had multiple hours.
And I'd also point out as well that the whole passing the torch thing doesn't even make sense because these Spideys would still be active in their own universe. Like, they are passing the torch my arse. They're all still active Spider-Men in their own universes.
And mental resistance we've never seen from another live-action version of the character. That doesn't diminish Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, it doesn't diminish Andrew Garfield's. Both remain incredible interpretations of the character, and each has accomplishments worthy of respect.
See, that's the thing that I will give key issues on. It's like, okay, even if he thinks Tom's the strongest, which I kinda agree, kinda disagree with, at the very least he's not shitting on Toby and Andrew in the process. That's something I do appreciate he's doing. See, again, it's like, key issues, we may disagree on stuff, but he is pretty based for that, at least.
It's being simply respectful.
Yeah, it's acknowledging the... It's basically acknowledging that one character is a 9 out of 10, or a 10 out of 10, fuck it. Acknowledging that someone's a 10 out of 10, and they're better than this character, but this character is still a 9 out of 10. It's not like, oh, he's a 10 and this guy's a 1 because this guy's a 10. It's not like that. That's fucking stupid.
Right. Yeah. And it also begs the question because, like...
Nostalgia kids will be so mad and cry when Toby dies. I mean, yeah, like, no one wants a character they like to die. It's like, no one wanted Iron Man to...
Tom if he dies in Doomsday or in Secret Wars.
But it's like, no one wanted Iron Man to die in Endgame. But no, I don't see you talking shit about that. Like, it's almost as if you're just a Toby hater. Like, actually get some help. Like, you have such hatred towards a version of Spider-Man. It's so funny.
I would even say this. If you have hatred at all, you're immediately on the wrong side.
Mm.
But when we're talking strictly about capabilities, strength, experience, spider sense, adaptability, intelligence, overall power, I don't think there's much room left for debate. The MCU's Spider-Man has surpassed them, and considering where his story seems to be heading...
I think it would have been cooler in Brand New Day if he actually got, like, better feats with the mutation, rather than fighting characters that he's already beaten before.
Right.
I think that would have been cooler to see. Like, again,
because
mutated Tom
actually
versus
really
Savage Hulk. We should have got that fight. That would have been so cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced...
It would have been like the MCU's version of Wolverine versus Hulk. It's like these two savage opponents going blow for blow. It's like Hulk's stronger, but like Wolverine's smarter. It's like it would have been like the MCU's version of that. Mutated Tom versus Savage Hulk. It's such bollocks we didn't get that, man. That would have been so
It's
cool.
funny to say that because Wolverine and Spider-Man go neck and neck, and they both fight the Hulk. So yeah,
It would have been
make sense.
so cool to see that. And
Right.
especially if they have like, especially if like Tom's Spider-Man like cameos with Wolverine, he's like, oh, I fought the Hulk, and Peter's like, oh, no way, dude, me too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
he's anywhere close to reaching his ceiling yet. Thank you everybody for coming back to Key Issues and checking out this video. I don't know how many views it's gonna get. 100.
One thing I will say about Brand New Day.
Mhm.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I swallowed something down the rock hole. Yeah, one thing I will say about Brand New Day is the posters were pretty cool. Like, this shit looks awesome.
I think my favorite one has to be like whenever it's like half Peter and like you see a Spider-Man suit underneath within the middle of his body scratch. I like that one more than this one.
Yeah. Again, they all have like good moments for sure. I just think that Tom has like the least amount. Key Issues debunked you, nostalgia boy. Yeah, sure thing, buddy.
What do you mean? That
He
debunked you?
he debunked me by not mentioning me once in this video. Yeah, sure, buddy. I live rent free in your head.
Maybe Tom
Again,
needs
like,
to go back
yeah,
to,
again, like, all of this hatred because I like one version of Spider-Man that you don't, like, actually grow up. This is hilarious.
Actually, Rift, I'm very curious.
Yeah,
Which I'm curious. Which Spider-Man fan base do you think is worse? Raimi, the TASM, or MCU? Which one do you think is worse?
MCU.
MCU.
It's
Honestly,
it's either MCU or Raimi, because like TASM fanbase is pretty chill.
Yeah.
Like
They just want
Raimi fanboys can be pieces of shit. Looking at you, Sam Raimi Spider-Man, I know you're in the chat somewhere. Like, you're chill, but my god, you cannot argue for shit. But it's like, at this point, I would say the MCU fanboys, because like, at the very least, the Raimi fanboys, it's like they acknowledge that Spider-Man 3 was shit. It's like they acknowledge criticism. But it's like MCU fanboys, it's like, you criticize Brand New Day, you get cancelled. It's that simple. Like, I think that by itself immediately makes them worse.
Yeah, because it's like I said before, like, I like Brand New Day. My only problem, realistically, is...
Hey, what the hell,
fact
Rift?
that
I don't, dude, I was
everything in
literally
this
debating
series
you
is
in that
bad.
freaking Disagreement Day stream. Like, you cannot argue your points for shit, my man. Like, I literally said, like, oh, why didn't Peter arrest Punisher? He's a serial killer. And you were like, oh yeah, well, blame Tom Holland and John Bernthal for being friends in real life. Like, what kind of fucking counterpoint is that?
At the end of the day, I say this. Raimi fanboys may be toxic, but at least you can argue Toby is a good Spider-Man. With Tom, for the most part,
Spectacular fanboys. Oh, Spectacular fans are just eating popcorn off to the side. They have, like, the best Spider-Man media. Same
yeah,
with 90s.
Spectacular's the best.
90s Spider-Man is also really good.
But the way I see it, how you can tell who's who is why they defend someone. If they defend someone because they like them but don't think about it, then they're just a blind fanboy who just eats mediocre stuff and won't tell the difference between good and bad.
Also,
but
I'm
if
just
they
gonna
actually defend them for a good reason, then that's how you know, like, if someone's worth value
Also,
in that fan base.
Also, it's going to be really awkward for Eternal when they hear that I prefer Spectacular Spider-Man and 90s Spider-Man over Toby. That's going to be really fucking awkward when he hears that. Yeah, I prefer 90s Spider-Man, the version of Spider-Man that came out before I was alive. Like, that's going to be really awkward when he hears that.
Wait,
I
don't
prefer
you also
Spectacular, Insomniac, and maybe some other adult versions, but Toby's definitely my favorite live action.
But no,
And
I'm
Andrew's underrated as hell.
Wait, Riff, don't you prefer Insomniac Spider-Man 2?
I used to prefer PS4 Peter to Toby, but Spider-Man 2 kind of messed things up a bit.
Okay,
I want to say
But it's like, okay,
Tom's ruined, but
it's like,
yeah.
Of course he thinks Ultimate Spider-Man is better. Of fucking course. That is the cherry on the
TV
cake.
show or the comics.
This guy was not old enough for the comics. Definitely the TV show.
I mean,
This
have
man-
you seen his fucking...
No way he's saying
Okay.
Ultimate Spider-Man's better than Spectacular. That is just that is the icing on the cake. That's hilarious.
I mean, my favorite is Superior. I love Doc Ock Spider-Man.
Have you seen
Is
his
that bad?
show?
I feel so bad for the comic fans. Like, what the fuck happened to the Spider-Man comics? That needs to be studied. The decline in Spider-Man comics.
Basically, at this point, they might as well reboot it because Peter's just gone so down the shitter that there's no point of getting invested in the comics anymore.
I'm just thinking.
I mean, that's the reason why I'm in reading 6160.
It's actually pretty interesting because
everyone loves Ultimate because Ultimate Spider-Man's going in the direction people want.
it's actually pretty
Yeah,
interesting when
somewhat.
it's pretty interesting when you mention the TV shows, because there's not that many Spider-Man TV shows that I think are bad. Like, I like 60s, Amazing Friends, that was good, 90s, Unlimited, I
argue
didn't
are bad are-
watch much, but I liked it. MTV's goated, Spectacular's goated. I think it's really Ultimate and 2017 and Friendly Neighborhood that I think are kind of eh.
I mean, Ultimate is really good later in the later seasons. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
but we don't. But it's like the good doesn't outweigh the bad in Ultimate.
Like,
Yeah,
Ultimate...
and with the 2017.
It's like, I wouldn't say that Ultimate's a bad show, because, again, it has good moments, but
It's
like,
not a good Spider show. That's
consistently, I think, at least admit Friendly Neighborhood is the best one. Not even remotely close.
Okay, I will say
Friendly
this. I'll give
Neighborhood,
Friendly
he
Neighborhood.
wants to kill someone just for almost killing someone.
Friendly Neighborhood's
Like, that's
one
not
thing.
good.
The one thing that Friendly Neighborhood will be remembered for is the 110th intelligence. That's it.
Like, I'll say
That's-
this. Like, I
Keep the change, you
love Friendly
filthy
Neighborhood.
animal.
Love Tom, but also
And it's a
love
really
Toby and
alternate
Andrew
MCU
Spider-Man.
timeline that,
These
in my
Tom
opinion,
fanboys don't
is,
understand that you can just
a
love
really good
Spider-Man.
version of
Keep
Peter.
up
Um,
the awesome work.
Pizza
Dude,
Dude,
last
hang on.
episode's a time loop.
Pizza Dude, thank you very much for the $5. I love Tom Spider-Man, but I also love Toby and Andrew. These Tom fanboys don't understand that you can just love Spider-Man, keep up the good work. Yeah, it's like, I like
Then you're
Spider-Man as a whole. It's like, I like most versions of Spider-Man. There's just a few that I don't like. It's like, I don't like Tom Holland's Spider-Man for the most part, even though he has good moments. Ultimate, he has good moments, but he's not my thing. I'd say
Well, I even say this.
I'd say 1980s Spider-Man, mainly just because he's so mid. Like, he's not bad, he just kind of exists. It's like Amazing Friends made him way better.
Well, the way I see Tom Holland's Spider-Man is similar to Ben Affleck's Batman, where at first he was very bad in terms of being Batman, but later on, as they developed him, you could argue he got better.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go for a piss real quick. I'll be right back.
And yes, I do make that distinction. MCU Spider-Man was anti-Spider-Man for the majority of his run up until the end of No Way.
I'm gonna just go for a piss. I'll be like 2 seconds.
But yeah, like Claire said before, like I like where Brand New Day is going.
Brand New Day is a step in the right direction, but this is the direction we should have gotten since Civil War. This is the Spider-Man that we should have gotten because he already had his origin off screen. But the fact that we would, like, basically they just took our money, like saying, oh, this will be the next best thing. In reality, it's just cash grab after cash grab because those films, while entertaining, have no substance or depth. They have no soul. because at
Yeah.
the end of the day, like, they ignore the very lessons in those films. Homecoming means nothing because Far From Home, he doesn't remember that
He doesn't
lesson
even
and he has to
remember
relearn
anything,
it. Same thing with Far From Home. He learns that you don't need to be, like, you need to take responsibility for your actions. Cut to No Way Home, he doesn't take responsibility for his own actions. It's a
Right.
case that they insult you and they basically spit in your face and you eat it up. And only after they realize they fucked up so many times do they make something good in Brand New Day. But again,
Yeah.
that's the bare minimum we should have expected. This is the Spider-Man who had his origin, who was self-dependent and did his own thing, and we should have gotten that since like the Homecoming era. This is a
Yeah.
decade late.
Yeah, because it's like, the thing is, like, I'll say this with the movie: if Tom did not get involved,
Well, it's
which,
just the
again,
case
he
that
got involved, so that's a good thing for this one because he understands
well, I even
what
say
we
this
want.
that we could have had Insom Spider-Man in the MCU in terms of character, and it still would have made sense
Yeah,
because that's where the character should have been in terms of like their position in life or in the MCU. But it's never brought up, and everything's just cut down because they want to milk money instead of making good stories.
yeah.
Like, you can't tell me Homecoming is better than Spider-Man 1, 2. Heck, I wouldn't even say TASM 1 or
I would
TASM
say
2 is a bit of a
TASM 1.
stretch.
I would say
TASM 2 is a bit of
TASM
a
1's
stretch.
better than Homecoming.
But yeah, it's like, the whole point I'm trying to make is the Home trilogy is basically just cash grabs.
No, but
Like, they had no substance or soul
probably
or
not
plan.
missed anything important. There you guys
They
do
just
it.
didn't know what to do with Spider-Man because the people working on him didn't. Like, they wanted to check off boxes that make something actually meaningful.
Yeah.
Kyle said A-Safe should go to Marvel Studios and fix the MCU universe.
No, again, this is stuff that any passionate fan would know. The only reason that I know and others know is because we care, but people eat it up because they either don't know or they don't care enough.
But yeah, Hydreigon
Not saying
also.
that no one cares.
But yeah,
but
Hydreigon.
It's all about passion.
Hydreigon also says you like Japanese Spider-Man. Yeah, I like Nicholas Hammond's Spider-Man as well. Like, even though the effects are pretty shit, it's like he nailed the character of Peter Parker at least. His Spider-Man was pretty mid because he was basically silent when he was Spider-Man, but it's like his Peter Parker was pretty good.
Also, one last thing I want to say to everyone, just so that they can take something out of the stream, make actual comparisons to Spider-Man, notably Tom Holland. Compare him to, say, Spectacular, Ultimate from the comics, other versions in the same position. Heck, even PS4 Spider-Man and Brand New Day, because they're around the same age. Make basic comparisons and ask yourself, is this truly Spider-Man, or is this just me projecting what I think Spider-Man should be onto this character, but they don't act like it?
Yeah.
That's what I would say. Make comparisons.
Sam Raimi, Spider-Man, said the MCU was no longer adapting comics. Well, then what are they supposed to go off of for their movies then?
Believe it or not, they should go off the comics. You know why other media,
Not recent
like,
ones.
I know Riff hates anime, but one thing anime does get right is they copy the source
The manga,
material beat for beat and they adapt it to other media, be it TV or movies, almost bat for bat. If they did that for the comics, people would love it.
See,
because
chat.
everyone's winning.
I'm gonna just ask a very simple question, right? So like, Tom Holland's. Have you guys seen the '90s Spider-Man series? Have you seen the alien costume like three-parter?
I've never seen 90s, but I saw clips.
Have you? Okay, the alien costume three-parter. Imagine if they condensed that into a film for like Tom Holland's next film. Like, that would be
That'd be
incredible.
Well, it's like I'm under the opinion Spider-Man should have the black suit for an entire film before getting rid of it, and we don't get Venom until another film later.
I don't think they should do that.
I mean, I've always argued that, like, if Tom's gonna get the black suit in Secret Wars, he should have it for 5, and after that, he should get it off in 5, and then after that, we set up Venom for 6.
Well, no, like, I think the problem with Spider-Man 3 was he gets the black suit too late into the film. So then obviously, like, everything's quite rushed after that. Raimi fanboy criticizing the Raimi films, by the way. It's like, yeah, like, I think that's the problem with that film, but it's like, imagine like a 2.5 hour film where like Peter gets like the black suit in like the first 20 minutes. And it's like you spend like an entire hour with the black suit, and then, you know, Venom torments him for like half an hour, or maybe Venom, like, Eddie Brock becomes Venom. It's like for the final battle. It's like, I think that would have been... I think that could have worked, you know? That could work for his next film. But
Symbiote Spider-Man says, do you think they're going to kill Tom like for Miles being Spider-Man or mentor like Insomniac? I mean, there has already been plans right after Brand New Day. They're making another Tom trilogy, so...
Another trilogy? Fuck my
yes.
life.
We're getting two more... We're just getting 2 more films. This is the other trilogy. This is the first movie.
Well, no, like, because Tom said they already have, like, the next couple of movies already mapped out. So it's like,
yeah, but
they want him to be
that
Spider-Man
doesn't mean
for a
that it's
while.
going to be another 3 films. It could just be another 2.
Yeah, like, from what Tom
I wonder what they've got planned.
At least from what Tom is saying, he wants to see his Peter mentor Miles. Or at least have his Peter killed off somehow.
See, it's like, I hope they don't do that, because again, that would just seem like they're dangerously close to copying Insomniac. It's like, I think if they're gonna...
Are already. They already said that Brand New Day took heavy inspiration from Insomniac, though
I think it was the finishers mostly.
Well, no, they used the animation, the tank, like, references, like, the truck chase in the first film.
Oh, the Sable fight, the Sable International fight.
Yeah, it's like...
even just the idea he's on his own, making his own tech, and Tom's already doing that.
I think that they should... I think they should keep Miles out of the MCU, or, like, focus on, like, the Spider-Verse stuff for Miles. It's like, I think Tom's Peter, he should be his own character.
Yeah, that's the thing, is, like, right after Spider-Verse, they want to put him into live action.
I also think it would be dangerously close to regressing, because, like, it's taken Peter so long to be, like, his own solo hero. And it's like, he has, like, he has, like, assistance from Punisher and Brand New Day, but it's like, for the most part, he is just his own character now.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, that's the thing. We should have had Tom be by himself or be independent way sooner. But he's just had so much help that it's hard to call him, like, independent or solo.
But it's like now he kind of is. It's like, I don't want him to mentor someone.
Yeah.
I think he should just stay on his own. I would prefer that.
But for Insomniac, it's because it's established he's already been on his own for 8 years.
10,
and
I don't know.
And only the next 2 did he actually have help.
But Nick and I both needed a mental reset, much like Spider-Man did in this film. So thank you for waiting for us to return. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, taking a little bit of a memory lane walk down memory lane. That makes sense, right? With Spider-Man and the video that I made 4 years ago. I'm gonna try and be more consistent with key issues, make more power scaling videos for you guys. So really hope you enjoy. Turn notifications on so you don't miss my next video. Danko is still a scumbag plagiarist. Can't stand the guy, but remember the motto.
Yes.
Spider-Man over everything. And I'll see you guys in...
Yep, Danko still bad.
Yep.
We should take a look at Danko's video trying to scale these other characters. We should watch his attempt at doing Tom versus Toby versus Andrew.
I'm down if you guys want to do it tomorrow.
We should do it at some point. We should watch that.
I'm just assuming he just says the same thing Key Issue does, but for the even worse reasons.
I haven't even seen it because I was waiting for you guys to react to it.
Imagine if he plagiarized Key Issue's video. Imagine if he did that.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Extra irony.
Already plagiarized prices. But I'm gonna go and get some food for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, that's fine. Take care.
You guys have a good. You guys have like, what time is it for you guys?
10:30 in the evening. 10 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, you guys have a good night. Also, bye Rift Chat.
Yep.
I
Take care.
love you guys. See ya.
Avery actually makes an interesting perspective. Let's see what you think, Asif. You know what pisses me off, Rift? MCU Spider-Man is white Miles Morales. Fake Ned is literally Yankee. Michelle has no character whatsoever. He gets upgrades from Iron Man. No Gwen, no Harry, no Mary Jane. This is not Spider-Man, never was, never will be. What do you think of that perspective?
I think he's onto something if we're talking about Tom Holland at the beginning, because he does have a point. He's basically just what Miles like comics, but worse. Because Miles in the comics, he did receive a lot of help because, one, he was younger than Peter, and two, because he was the new Spider-Man, he actually needed like, his own cast and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like MCU took more inspiration from Miles Morales than it did from Peter Parker. If anything, he's almost exactly right. Like, Tom was Miles Morales, but even worse. Because at least Miles Morales, like, he had the example of Peter Parker to go off of, even knew the responsibility line. Like, basically, we see Miles done better in the Spider-Verse films than MCU Peter with adapting Miles' stuff. That's how bad it is.
The way that I see it, I just think that they should keep Miles Morales away from Tom's Spider-Man. I don't know. I just don't really like that. It's like...
It works for Spider-Verse because, one, his own Peter Parker died, and this Peter that mentored him only mentored him for a few days, then went back to his own universe. The reason it works for Insom is, one, Peter's already established and been on his own, and this is just more of him getting a successor.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's like, they're already doing that, you know? It's like, I wouldn't want the MCU to copy that. At least
Well, yeah, it's like, it would make Insom less unique.
Yeah. I definitely don't want them to do that, personally, but it is what it is. They could very well end up doing it.
The only criticism I would have to Peter and Miles being together all the time is that you can't necessarily have a story without explaining where the other one is. But it's like we see in the Miles Morales game, you can easily fix it by saying one's on vacation or one's doing something else. Like, I'm even of the mindset that if Insom wants to have Peter be by himself, they can have Miles deal with New York City and Peter can join the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men. Like, he just deals with the big stuff.
See, it's like, I kind of agree with Symbiote Spider-Man in the chat. He's saying that guy's just hating for no reason. But it's like, in Brand New Day, like, they do change a few things. It's like he's gonna go, like, he's going off on a new direction, you know? It's like...
Well, he's going off in the direction he should have been in the beginning.
I mean, you're not wrong, but, like, initially he kind of had a point, like, with Far From Home or whatever. I think that if we're talking about Brand New Day, like, I'm just gonna outline a few issues that I have with the film. And we can talk about this, and I want to hear what chat thinks of this. The Spider app.
Yeah, how does it detect where
Holy shit,
Spider-Man
we need to
is?
talk about the Spider app.
Also, can we just acknowledge that the end credits scene, if the thing only detects sightings of Spider-Man, who's saying Spider-Man's in space? And how is it getting to the app on Earth?
First and foremost, why does the Punisher have access to the Spider app? Why are serial killers allowing access to the app? This app allows you to know Spider-Man's location at any point in time. And, like, Punisher has access to it. Punisher and Punisher and Ned, fuck my life. Took me a while to get there. They have never shared a scene. So this app is public knowledge. Why is Peter still alive? I feel like the villains could have killed him years ago with this fucking app.
Also, the difference between the Insom games is that citizens are giving a request of problems happening. Yes, it could still be used to ambush Spider-Man, but it's like you would assume Peter's smart enough to know, okay, the villains can set up an ambush at any point. You'd think they'd be smart enough to analyze the situation before going in. But with the friendly neighborhood app, but with the app in the film, it's like, oh, you can see where Spider-Man is. It's not something he can hide from.
Yeah, and it updates in real time, because Ned is like, oh my god, Spider-Man is in the same building as us.
It's just like, the Insom games have some leeway, but this has no leeway.
I think it's a free app that anyone can access. Yeah, and that's
the
why
problem.
And that's why it's so stupid. It's like, why is Peter still alive if that's the case? Couldn't, like, supervillains just kill him in his sleep? It's like, they know
Yes,
where
Dr.
he is
Doom
at
has
all
an easy
times.
way of finding him.
Oh my god, yeah, imagine if Dr. Doom gets a hold of the app. He's fucked. But also, how the hell did Ned even create it?
Also, it's just a case that even if it's just people telling it, hey, Spider-Man's in this area, it's like, okay, if random civilians are telling you where Spider-Man is, they're contributing to Spider-Man possibly being killed. That's how bad it is.
But it's like, if they know where Peter is, if they know where Spider-Man is at all times, why isn't he just flooded with paparazzi at all times? Like, how is Peter able to get any, like, me time, or, like, any alone time? It's like the
Also,
paparazzi
it begs
just
the
know where he
question,
is.
How does his identity secret? If
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, how is he still able to keep his identity a secret? Considering if they go, oh yeah, Spider-Man's been located in this area, and this was the last time anyone's seen him, and obviously this last area happens to be
Well, that's
Peter fucking
yeah.
house.
It's like they literally do this in the Batman show when they find out Superman's identity. It's like they track Superman's movements, and they're like, oh yeah, these are the buildings that he frequently visits, and they deduce that he's Clark Kent based off that. I feel like Tombstone could have done something similar.
or any competent villain, yeah.
But
like,
they
it's
go
The reason Batman's able to do it is because he has a satellite.
Yeah, he has a satellite, a supercomputer, he's fucking Batman. Like, I don't know, man,
It's
the
just
app
the case that
the app
if
is silly. It's silly.
Well, I just want to make it clear. Again, the distinction is, in the Instom games, it's a request app. It doesn't tell you where Spider-Man is. If an enemy wanted to ambush him, it's a problem. But at least the Spider-Men aren't being tailed 24/7.
And at the very least, there's two Spider-Men as well. So it's like if one gets ambushed, the other could come in and save them, possibly.
And they also have access to the app.
But the thing is, though,
Plus, you would also think like Genki would monitor the app like for security, whereas Ned is only doing it to find Spider-Man. He's not doing it for security reasons.
Which begs the question, if fucking Ned is able to do this, couldn't the villains have done it like years ago?
So the fat kid gets it done where supervillains can't. Basically, he's just another Doctor Strange. It's another Doctor Strange feat. I wish we could see him.
Yeah, like that's one issue that I have with the film. Another issue is don't call him Ned because he's not Ned Leeds. I mean, he's called Ned, so I'm gonna call him Ned. It is what it is. Another issue that I have is Jean Grey. They
want to make her sympathetic, yet she does so much immoral action that it's hard to see her in any sympathetic light. Like, we know she's doing this for her sister, yet she does something to Peter in the film that if it was done to her, she'd kill them, yet she does it anyway.
But it's like, I think that Jean is easily the worst villain that Tom Holland has gone up against. And the reason for that is because of exactly what he just said. It's like, she mentally torments him, kind of like how Mysterio did with the illusions, right?
Or worse.
Well, I don't know if it's worse necessarily, but it's like...
She violates other people to get to Peter. Mysterio just messes with his head with illusions. I think there's a clear distinction.
Well, no, but it's like... I think you could argue that Mysterio was... I don't know. I guess you could say Jean Grey was worse, but it's like, I think they're both... But the point I'm making, right, is that, like, Mysterio was not redeemable. Like, he didn't want to be redeemed. But it's like, she does this... She basically mind controls MJ, right? Sexually assaults Peter with MJ, and then just torments him right in front of his face. And also makes the love of his life try commit suicide right in front of him. Like, she is evil, she is sadistic, and she is enjoying this shit.
Not to mention, she ruined Bruce Banner's livelihood by making him the Hulk. In fact, she ruined other people's lives just for the hell.
She literally ruined Bruce Banner's life.
Like, you know the old lady in the tank? She may have, like, ruined her life or done something bad for her.
Okay, Avery, I'm gonna be completely honest, you're coming across as an MCU hater at this point. Like, she is called MJ in the films, whether you like it or not. Like, you're coming across as...
She's Michelle Jones, but still MJ.
You're becoming the other side of the coin now, dude. It's like, I'm gonna be fair. If I'm gonna criticize that Eternal guy for being an MCU fanboy, I'm gonna criticize you for being a hater. Like, you gotta... It is what it is, man. It is what it is.
I think that the other problem in the film is the plot hole with Jean's powers. Why does she even need to cause collateral damage?
I also think it's silly, like... I think it's silly as well, where it's like... like, you have, like, Green Goblin, like, in the previous film, causing, like, a massive amount of damage, and he's not forgivable. It's like, Peter wants to kill him. It's like he basically wants to kill Jean in this film, but then by the end, he forgives her. Like, I don't know. And even on the rooftop, it's like he calls her a monster, and says that she's, like, irredeemable. Like, unforgivable.
What you're doing is unforgivable.
And he fucking forgives her at the end. Like, I don't know.
But again, I think the other problem is just the overall plot holes of the film of Jean's powers. The film would not exist if Jean just simply mind controlled or got in the guy's head who knew where her sister was.
But it's like she's also...
Like, they verbatim say it's something we can't even, like, sense or see. Basically, they won't know about it until it hits them.
But it's like, it's also, like, she just intentionally causes the most amount of damage. It's like, the person in the tank, she made it be an old lady who's like, more vulnerable.
Who's like, an innocent person, not even a criminal.
But it's like, at the very least, like, make it someone who's, like...
If it was Scorpion or criminals, it would make sense. The problem is...
Yeah, like, use criminals. Don't use, like, innocent civilians. And speaking of innocent civilians, she makes, like, an innocent civilian walk into traffic just to fuck with Peter. Hey, Goku, how you doing, buddy? First stream I've made it to. Nice, dude.
But again, it's just like, if she had any morality and only controlled bad people, then it would make sense. The problem is, she does it to the old lady, she does it to MJ, she does it to Bruce Banner. She's threatening people who have done nothing wrong to her, and possibly ruining their lives and reputation in the process, if not outright risking their lives.
I'd also point out as well, she almost does it to the Punisher, because from Punisher's perspective, she is almost making him kill an innocent person, which that is against the Punisher's code. It's like, yeah, Peter stops her, but it's like, when she's mind-controlled the Punisher, it's like, some of those people... It's like, yeah, the guy at Damage Control, it's like, obviously he's an asshole, but it's like, the employees probably wouldn't be evil. But it's like, if she made Frank, like, gun them all down, it's like not Peter, like, Frank would hate that.
He would want to kill her more if that happened. Like, there'd be no saving.
I just don't see how anyone can say that. Like, to me at least, she's, like, easily the worst villain.
Another plot hole that there is the fact that she can read Peter's mind, and the fact that he doesn't give MJ to Punisher to say, hide her to a place that I can't find, and basically Punisher does that with, like, again and again until no one can find MJ.
Oh my god.
The second Jean reads his mind,
Oh my god, Swings actually makes such a good point. If she wants to find her sister, why didn't she ask Spider-Man for help?
Exactly.
Like, that's such a good point. I can't believe I overlooked that.
Yeah, she knows he's a superhero. He would help if she explained herself.
Yeah, like, my sister is possibly being tortured and was kidnapped in front of my eyes.
Human experimentation. Even just say, ask the Avengers about my sister and Damage Control. Guess what? The new Black Widow knows that, yeah, Sarah's been used for illegal experimentation off rip. We see that happen. If Jean just said that and Peter got inside information from the Avengers, it's GG. The film doesn't happen.
But it's like, she even gets the chance to, like, communicate with Peter, and she just doesn't. It's like even when they're alone on the rooftop, right? Like, when he webs the person to the wall that she's currently mind controlled, it's like she doesn't even try to communicate with him. She's like, she's like, Spider-Man, this isn't what it seems. Like, I'm in trouble, my sister's in trouble. Can we meet at, like, Central Park or what have you? And, like, and talk or some shit like that. It's like, I feel as though Peter, like, this specific version of Peter, he would be naive enough to, like, believe her, and then he would go there, and he would instantly be like, "Oh shit, this is serious." Like her sister's been kidnapped.
They don't even have to meet. The fact is, he was like, I can't jump in your mind. I'm not going to risk meeting, but I'm going to tell you what's happening and let him decide for himself.
Yeah, but she doesn't even try to explain that shit. It's like she just comes across as like...
She treats everyone like they're the villain and she's the victim when she's victimizing other people.
It's like she's literally just manipulating other people based on their own trauma. It's like she is an evil person.
Narcissistic.
It's like, unironically, she did to Peter what Walter White did to Jesse in Breaking Bad. We wouldn't have had a movie if that had happened.
That's the worst part.
Well, no, we would have had a movie. We would have had a better one.
Also, Rift, think of it like this. She had the entire island hostage, and she outright said, if you come close, he dies. They all do.
If anything...
She legit does not care about other people.
Can I just point out as well, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, if anything, I think that would have made a better movie, because it would have made Peter clash with Damage Control. When in the film that we got, Peter is just a blind, loyal puppy towards Damage Control. Like, I think questioning authority would make him a more interesting character. Kind of like how Steve Rogers, he questioned S.H.I.E.L.D., he questioned Nick Fury. It's like
freedom, fear.
Yeah, it's like, I think it would have made a more interesting film. Having, like, the hero and the villain clash. Like, what a wild concept. Like, you know.
And the thing is, that's the sort of shit we want in hero movies. It's the hero and the villain clashing. That's the sort of shit that makes them the fucking hero movie.
And Sam Raimi also brings up a really good point. I thought he would have learned after Mysterio to not blindly trust people he's just met. That's actually a good point as well. It's like, why is he trusting Damage Control as much as he is?
I feel like he'd be questioning everything. If Jean told him the truth and Peter didn't know who to believe and she acted anyway, Peter would be like forced to conflict on who's actually telling the truth, Damage Control or Jean. Would he think Jean is manipulating him by saying she has a sister but doesn't actually have a sister?
Yeah.
Like, it would actually be interesting.
Yeah, it would create like a good conflict between the two.
But again, it's just like the way Jean is like characterized, it's like she doesn't have empathy for other people despite having telepathy. She goes in people's heads, knows what their lives are like, and she, like, messes with innocent people.
I want to argue...
Imagine if someone was dying of cancer and she basically ran them over just to distract Spider-Man.
Big Boss, I want to argue it's a part of Peter's characterization to be a little naive because he wants to see the good in people.
This is Spider-Man 7 years into his career.
Well, I'd also point out, right, it's like, if we take a look at, like... It's like, Peter's naive, but he's not an idiot, right? It's like...
But this is... I don't buy the naive... Ugh. He's dealt with Goblin, he's dealt with Mysterio, and he's 7 years in. I don't buy him being naive.
Well, it's like, I think it's fine to see the good in people, because obviously Steve Rogers, he saw the good in people, but he wasn't, like, an idiot.
He wasn't blind to it. He wasn't blind to what other people were doing was wrong. Like, he called people out when they did shit wrong.
Yeah, it's like he called Tony out. He called
Fury out.
He called Natasha out. It's like he empathizes with Wanda, but it's like he draws the line.
He sees the people, but he's not gonna like be blind to what they do.
Yeah, it's like it's the same thing with Thanos. It's like he calls him out. It's like Thanos explains his plan, and Steve's like a new universe born out of blood. It's like he sees the good in people, but he's not like. He's not useless, you know?
Like, he doesn't just take people for their word or expect the best outcome. He just says, I'm going to take it as I see it.
Excuse me.
Here's a question.
This is a Spider-Man that we're led to believe has dealt with manipulators, people who's messed with his emotions before, and yet he trusts people he's just met. If anything, this should be the most untrusting Spider-Man compared to Andrew and Tobey.
Goku makes an interesting point. Maybe Peter's naivety is the reason she didn't come to Peter. She might have assumed he was a puppet or something like that. That's an interesting premise. That's an interesting premise, but the problem is, it's like, I don't know if you've seen Brand New Day or not, but just to refresh, it's like, when they are on the roof, it's like she gets into his head and she like so it's like at that point in time she would know that he is like trusting. He's like a nice person, you know? I feel like at that point she should have told him.
Well, can I even just say this, Rift? It's a plot hole that at the end of the film, when she gets in his head fully and gets the speech from Aunt May, only then she changes. Yet she can read his mind before and never get that.
I think the reason why she doesn't get that before is because Peter is trying to throw her out of his head.
But again, it's like Peter could have showed her something. She can still read his memories. That's what, like, it's established that she can read his mind. That's how she figures out his name.
Riff started playing Spider-Man Remastered on PC. Cool, dude. Hope you're enjoying it. But it's like...
It's just a...
I don't know. I think it would have made more sense to have, like, Jean try work with Peter and have, like, a bit of clash between them and Damage Control.
Well, you know what it could have been?
But the
it could have been that Jean was manipulating Peter to get back in Damage Control because she knew her sister was dead already.
But here's the thing. But here's the thing that's freaking stupid. It's like Peter just blindly follows Damage Control, right? And they treat Jean like an evil idiot, like an evil culprit. But she is. Like in the film, like she makes innocent people walk into traffic. She tries making MJ fall to her death. It's like she sexually assaults Peter with MJ. It's like she ruins Bruce Banner's life. It's like she is an awful person. And they portray her as like being sympathetic in the end, but it's like no, like Peter was right to go with Damage Control to try and bring her in.
Unironically, Rift, the more I think about this is analogous with the PS4 game. Damage Control, Norman Osborn, Mr. Negative, Jean Grey. Like Peter in the same situation. And yet
basically,
PS4 doesn't... Honestly, did they just copy the PS4 game and just like put different paint on it? Because the more I think about it, I feel like that's exactly what they did. Mr. Negative controls minds and all that. At least the first half of the game. Like Martin Lee is also treated as sympathetic.
Imagine
villain.
Yeah, Koru makes a really good point. Imagine if in Spider-Man 1, Peter said to Norman, "You're not a killer."
Jesus Christ, you're right.
See, it's like, the reason why I think it works in Spider-Man 1 is because Peter's probably in shock. It's like, he's like, fuck, he's like, okay, I like Norman Osborn, but Norman is the Goblin, and he's just like, you killed all those people. It's like, I think he's in shock trying to process it all. It's like, obviously it's like, he sees the good in people, but he's probably just in shock at that point. He's like, I think the reason why it works better with Otto in Spider-Man 2 was because he actually witnesses Otto, like, before and after and during he becomes a villain. It's like, and he tries reaching out to him.
It is something that's come into my mind. When obviously, after Peter's put the inhibitor on Jean, and like she then gets tranked, and she says to Peter, Sarah, and then obviously that guy said, "Oh, it must have been from my mind." Why didn't Peter not question it further?
Well, that's the problem with Peter. He just takes that for granted. He doesn't actually question it further. The only time, like, this is the problem with MCU Peter. He stumbles into believing something he shouldn't otherwise like push just for more information, because he's so blindly trusting towards authority figures. And unironically, it's only when MJ points something out to him does he realize he's been tricked. This happened with Beck. This happened with Damage Control. And it's like he should have been able to figure this out on his own, but he doesn't.
Because like, it's one of these things where why would this person that obviously taking control of people's mind, just randomly say a name, there's obviously going to be some form of explanation towards that. Like, why is the last thing she says is someone's name?
Well, I don't even buy that, because before Peter even puts the thing on her, she says, "Where is she?" And then she
exactly.
says, "There."
I'm back.
Like, Peter should have been like, she was looking for someone, and her name is Sarah. Peter should have completely doubled down on that.
Right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, guys, this is where we're gonna have to wrap things up because it is getting very late for me. So, yeah, this is unfortunately where we're gonna have to. I mean, we finished the video like fucking 45 minutes ago at this point. Yeah. With that being said, I want to thank everyone for being here as always. We've had some quite interesting chats, and some of you have been very, very generous with the donations. I appreciate it.
And respectful.
And respectful, yeah, except for that one knobhead. But, you know, it is what it is. There's always one person who tries ruining it for everyone else. Yeah, so with that being said, though, guys, we're going to head off for now. This weekend, we're going to have a Spider-Man marathon. Possibly streaming the Spider-Man 2 game again, and maybe looking at some more Spider-Man videos in the meantime. So, quite a lot of streaming this weekend anyways. Got a few videos and shorts in the pipeline as well. So, a lot of things to look forward to regarding Spidey. So, yeah, with that being said, I appreciate everyone being here. Have a nice rest of your evening. And as always, goodbye.
Bye.
Have a good one.